hard-fought games. We're not good enough fighters, I guess. But, man, it just all gets washed away in perception by 52-6. It's just so just screams quit so bad that you can't get away from it, can you? Myles Garrett had 3 sacks and a half last night, man. Again, it's a 2-8 football team. Plain spoiler, though, that was a trap game for the Steelers. Coming off a win over the Ravens, they got the Bengals next week, and then they had that damning Thursday stat. And, boy, it sure played out again last night. But, credit to Browns. Credit to Browns. The crowd, weather was miserable. The place was packed. They stayed and jammed until the very, very end. No quit in the Browns yesterday. Not the kind of quit that we saw. It doesn't matter what anyone says. You can't lose 52-6 if you're trying hard. You can't. No scenario. So we don't need to ask Doug Peterson or their locker room or anyone else or, tiptoe on their delicate feelings. And it may not apply to every single guy across the board, but quit with a capital Q. You can't lose 52-6 if you're trying 100%. It's impossible. If you're busting your A every play for the 3 hours that you are being stupidly compensated for, you're a quitter. Period. You can't lose 52-6 if you don't take the Q ride home. So simmer in it, turn the Q on its side and fill it up like a pool and do laps. Wear it for 2 weeks. Q-U-I-T-T-E-R-S. Quitters. Perhaps I'm being overly dramatic as an expert in the communication business, ET, segue into our next story.
Swipe.
All right. Did you see old Urban Meyer's comments about FSU? Perhaps ingratiating himself with Gator Nation one step at a time. He was on a podcast, The Triple Option. They were talking about Florida, not Florida State, and the Noles took a stray. So after the Gators beat LSU, Meyer was praising Billy Napier. And he used his example to take a shot, directly juxtaposing the 5-5 Gators and the 1-9 Seminoles, claiming not only that the Noles aren't giving it all, but then this is an old psychological ploy by Meyer, refusing to even officially acknowledge where they're from or who they are, maybe I should say. All right, you ready for this quote? This is Stray on a podcast. Hey, yeah, what do you think about Billy Napier, Florida, and Ole Miss? If I'm FSU, I'm like, oh, cool question. What you got, Coach? I'm a fan of Coach Napier. Here's why. I don't know him. I met him once or twice. They've been obviously really struggling, but the one thing they have not done, like that team in Tallahassee, is quit. Ooh. They've continued to fight. And then he went on to say more. The pot shot at FSU says maybe he's still holding a good old Gator grudge from 05 to 010, but it was just outright domination for Urban in his time there. They were 5-1 against FSU then. But, here's Urban writing tickets that Billy, writing checks Billy's going to have to cash when the season ends at FSU. And the Gators will perhaps be needing a win over Florida State to guarantee bowl eligibility. We'll see this weekend. Great weekend in college football. Really looking forward to tomorrow. The weather's turned. If you've been outside yet today, it's in the 40s. It's going to be chilly in the morning. By the time the Gators kick off tomorrow noon, probably still under 50 degrees or right around it. A little football weather. A little crisp Saturday afternoon, barely high noon. In fact, Ole Miss, number 9 in the country, comes to Florida. When we look back at where this Gator season started, and it was a Look, their over-under in Vegas was 4.5. It's hard to sit here every day, as invested as you are, and feel like, my gosh, you can't win more than 4.5 games. So, heck yeah, they'll be win more than 4.5. And then it barely looked like it for most of the year, didn't it? But knowing the road that was ahead of them, to sit here 5-5, have a chance to be 6-6, maybe even 7-5, they are big dogs at home, 12-point dogs at home to Ole Miss this weekend. But, I said this before. This isn't a ringing endorsement for Billy Napier. When the Florida Gators win their next national championship, I don't believe Billy Napier will be the coach. I don't think he's good enough to do that. But by golly, at least after 3 years, there is more consistent improvement. We talked about it with Doring this week. They're leveling up rather than stagnating or completely bombing. And hopefully it translates into a more calm offseason, where the talent you have stays and they don't want to go. They want to be a part. The recruiting class gets, and it's percolating. That Gator recruiting class is percolating. I went over Ole Miss, man. You don't want to say you're almost afraid to say it, but if Florida beats Ole Miss, and that is a big ask, I would expect some really, really unbelievably good Gator recruiting news next week. I mean, they're flipping guys, and they're in it on some guys, and now you're winning, and you're showcasing, and DJ Lagway is a Pied Piper now. All those kids out there in the recruiting cycle, they know DJ Lagway. They know who he is. They know what they have thoughts on what they think DJ Lagway is going to do in college.
I saw something recently where Jamie French said something about how Florida still has a chance, and they asked why, and his answer was simply straightforward. It was DJ Lagway.
Well, there you go. So we'll see. Now, nothing kills recruiting momentum like losses. Ask Florida State. It's just defection after defection after defection. I think it's 3 of them now. Up to 3 are going to Florida who had been committed to FSU. This has just been a nightmare, huh? Noel fans? I'm sorry for y'all. Guys, gosh, get some enjoyment out of a football season. Hey, this is just what an unbelievably high to an unbelievably low transition, man. But look, Florida Ole Miss tomorrow at noon. Indiana, Ohio State. Let's find some stuff out about some of these teams. Haven't played anybody yet. And then, again, I've said this earlier. There's some sneaky games there. There's some in the weeds games. Minnesota 6-4 hosting Penn State, who's in the top 5. Kansas hosts Colorado, who's got a lot of steam. Right, they're coming. Colorado got a big flip yesterday. One of the top quarterbacks in the country changed his commitment to Colorado. But Kansas is just 4-6. I'll remind you, 2 weeks ago, they gave Iowa State their first loss. Last week, they gave BYU their first loss. Kansas is playing a lot better football. I don't know their situation. I won't pretend to, but I'm sure they've ridden some ups and downs of injuries and otherwise, and are more than dangerous, I think, for Colorado this weekend. Man, this was the easiest MVP vote in a long time, in my mind, which makes it so historical. But Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, not just MVPs in each league, unanimous MVPs. Of the last 8 MVPs given out, Shohei and Judge have won 5 of them combined. The rest of the league has won 3. Ohtani, by the way, will start pitching again next year, where he has flashed his Cy Young ceiling as a pitcher. First 50-50 guy this year. Aaron Judge and what he's doing is such a big man. It's unbelievable. The Major League, look, here's what I'll say about Ohtani and Judge. We'll move along. We'll come back. We'll get Captain Kev. We'll get back on the football train. Here's what I'd say about Judge and Ohtani. And this is a remarkable season now. And I'd like to do just a little baseball dive with Dan later today to put into context what Judge and Ohtani, what we're seeing right now, what these dudes are doing. Putting up power numbers that outside of the incredibly long, tainted, performance-enhancing era just haven't been put up in half a century since names like Mantle and Aaron were comboing. But you know where baseball has become? Big swings, power, walks, strikeouts. The average just continues to tick, 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 tick lower. You know what the average Major League Baseball average was this year? What the average was in Major League Baseball, the batting average? 243. Oh, man. There's been times in baseball you couldn't hold a job if you were only hitting 243. So, I say that for this reason. It's not just that judges homers and RBIs and slugging just as astronomical are making history, and that Shohei's the first 50-50 guy. The two of them are the first to go 50 and at least 10 steals. It's just and they did it in the same year. They're both unanimous MVPs. With all those incredible power numbers and dual threat ability, Gold Glove capable in the field as Judge. But on top of that, in a league that's hitting 243 as a whole, Judge hit 310 and Shohei at 322. So on top of all that other stuff, these two dudes got the league in a chokehold. And they're just applying pressure. Shohei, I don't think, is even 30 yet. Judge is 31. These guys are in their prime. So buckle up. It's clear their draw and their team's draw and their brand, Major League Baseball's ratings, TV ratings for the World Series with Yankees, Dodgers, better they've been since 2007. And good grief, man, with these guys in their prime, if they stay healthy, we may be having the same conversation next year at 6:17 on a Friday morning. Back with Captain Kevin Moore. It's a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill.
Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Let's take it down the field and win it.
It's a different kind of Sunday drive.
10th play of the drive here.
Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville brings you the drive of the game.
Here's the ball game.
On 1010XL.
Imagine driving a late model car of your dreams at a fraction of the original sticker price. For the very best in low mileage cars in Jacksonville, visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom. All luxury cars are serviced and inspected, many with a certified warranty. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
What's good, sports bettors? It's your boy Eats the Tea with my bookie. And what a week it's been already. And if you did what I told you to, you smashed that Joe Mixon same game parlay on Monday bet with my bookie. Still the best sign-up deposit bonus in the industry for Florida bettors, by the way. So what you waiting for? Let's dig into it. Sunday, the Chiefs travel to Charlotte as an 11-point favorite against the Panthers. I'd be surprised if the Panthers could score here against a top 10 Chiefs defense. I'm thinking Chiefs 27, Panthers 14 to cover the spread. And of course, a massive Sunday night football matchup where the Rams are a 3-point underdog at home against the Eagles. The Eagles are on 10 days of rest, and their defense is sneaky good. So we're looking at taking the under on the 49-point game total. My bookie still has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit, up to $1,000. So don't forget, sign up using my promo code 1010XL to make yourself some extra cash. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. The seasoning is so satisfying. It's what I needed, but I didn't know that I needed it. You get the toasted bun and the delicious crispy chicken. They add this fun mix with that zesty pickle. It's bold and tasty. I would give it an A+. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Pregame Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Get the latest on the Gators from one of the greatest Gators.
Touchdown, Gators!
Chris Doring joins Dan and Jeff on the drill Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Go Gators!
Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour with benefits that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
Hey folks, Captain Kevin Favor here with a question. What would you put in your dream backyard paradise? A cozy fire pit? A top-notch outdoor kitchen? A luxurious fireplace? Or a stylish pergola? If you can dream it, CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can build it. They're your one-stop shop for everything you need, from designing and building your dream outdoor kitchen to crafting the perfect fireplace. CSS is ready to turn your outdoor space into a breathtaking retreat. CSS has delivered high-quality, long-lasting dream projects to their customers since 2008. But now, it's time for them to build your dream. Call CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living today, 904-389-2700, or visit CSSOutdoor.com to see their impressive work. Don't miss out. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living, 904-389-2700.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Can't be a little fiddle in the morning. Let's go fishing. Bring in Captain Kevin Favor this morning. See what's happening out on the waterways. Woo, got a brisk one today. E, fire up the hotline for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bundle up, boys.
Yeah, that's right. Boy, put your warm socks on this morning. That's for sure.
Is it good fishing? I mean, what are we doing? What happens when it gets this cold? Does it change things?
It's been so good this week, and listen. I mean, basically, what Jeff, we've had the same report the last, since we got rid of the hurricanes. Fishing has just been phenomenal.
Nice.
That latter part of October all the way through November, and everything's been. I mean, my buddy Jeff Stan went offshore earlier this week, and I mean, just caught some giant wahoo, bro. I mean, those guys have figured out this wahoo fishing, and wow. As a matter of fact, I think I told you, when they were catching them high speed trolling, I had nothing to do with that. It just bored me. But what they're doing now is just king fishing on steroids. They're jigging up bonita, big blue runners and stuff, and they're slow trolling for 100-pound wahoo.
Wow.
And I'll make you this promise too. Whenever I get the invite to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised you haven't gotten your way out there yet. I literally, you took the question out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'll if I have enough notice, I'll call you because I want you to go with me.
All right. Hey, I'm down. Yeah.
And experience this because it is really good. But then the inshore fishing has just been fantastic. The drum bite continues to be really good. Talking to Captain Kirk out of Mayport, those guys are they're hammering the sheep's head. And by the way, that's only going to get better. We talked about this on the forecast show.
Cold weather.
Yes, exactly. The water temperatures finally, in the low 70s, high 60s, and it's gonna drop down to probably 64 to 66 after this cold front. And that's only going to help things. We didn't get much rain with this cold front, so it's the water clarity's good. Looking at the forecast today and tomorrow, it's just. I mean, today's just it's going to be blowing. We're back into fishing windows. Sunday and Monday, Jeff. They're calling for like northwest at 5 with 1 foot seas.
Okay.
So there's going to be there might be 200 boats wahoo fishing on Monday, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, it's going to be.
It's also a week people sneak away for vacation, with Thanksgiving coming at the end of the week.
Yeah. It's Thanksgiving week. I mean, so a beautiful forecast coming up for sure.
All right, outdoor show tomorrow.
Yeah, kind of different tomorrow.
Okay, what do we got?
Yeah, well, it's obviously Lagerman's got his bye week, so
correct.
He's going to be sitting in the deer stand.
Nice.
And then Captain Kirk, I think he's going to be sitting in the deer stand. So I'm actually in Georgia, so we're going to be doing the outdoor show live from Milan, Georgia. Me and Captain Chip Wingo in the morning and a bunch of guests.
That's the kind of dedication we're looking for here at 1010XL, Kev.
That's right.
That's what we expect out of you. All right. Well, you have a great weekend outside of those job duties, and we'll talk to you next week. How's that sound?
Okay, buddy. Talk to you next week.
All right, my brother. There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor, the best in the business, and he says the water is still producing, man. It has been if you are a fisherman, then you know what a good stretch this has been this last 2, 3, 4 weeks. And just like a little pro tip from a non-pro, that water temp, man, from about 64 to 70 is about as good as it gets. If you're trying to catch fish, if you want perfect conditions, that's about as good as it gets. So good luck out there this weekend. Man, sometimes something happens in your own backyard and you're not even aware of it. I saw this story which came out of the RSM Classic, which is being played up at Sea Island, PGA Tour event going on up there. That's where we told you Caitlin Clark, Tom Brady were in their Pro-Am up there. But in the field is Brian Harmon. You know Brian Harmon. Shoot, he won a major a couple of years ago. University of Georgia grad, lefty, very good golfer. Just kind of a soft-spoken, but a bulldog. No pun intended, as a Georgia grad. Bulldog on the golf course, and really good player. He's from, I believe he still lives in South Georgia. Oh, he relayed a story that, as it turns out, happened right here in our own backyard, and it's not a happy story, but it's one that's still ongoing. Harmon entered this week's RSM Classic, his mind not at ease. He shared with reporters a terrible incident that occurred at Ponte Vedra Beach about 6 weeks ago. A family friend of his has been in a coma for the past 6 weeks after attempting to save Harmon's 6-year-old son from drowning. At a family trip at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club, Harmon shared that his son Walter had been out boogie boarding in the ocean when he was taken out to sea by a rip current, prompted family friend Kathy Dowdy to go in after him to save him. Dowdy was unsuccessful, but another good Samaritan, Crane Cantrell, entered the water, able to save Harmon's son. But Dowdy was taken to shore by a lifeguard who performed CPR, then to the Mayo Clinic in critical condition, where she has been and maintains and continues to be in a coma. 6 weeks now. And as Harmon said, obviously our world down here was turned on its head for all we've been through and how terrible it's been for her family, Dowdy's family, their family for us. We're with them till the end. I appreciate everybody that's helped us out through this. Prayers for Kathy. There is a GoFundMe for her recovery. So anyway, wow. That's probably... Labor Day weekend, maybe a little bit different than that. But just, gosh, here in the last couple of months, you're down trying to get those last bursts of, warm weather, and your whole world just turns upside down. So, we'll continue to follow that. All right, football fix. We had Thursday night football last night. That Jameson's a character. Look at him. I don't even know what he's saying, but I'm looking at him in post game, and he looks like, often how Dan looks when he dances to your opening song.
Said you don't become a Brown until you beat the Steelers. What will it take tonight?
The horse is prepared for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. So I'm dependent on the Lord.
Is that the message to the team?
Day by day, one play at a time. That's the message.
Weather conditions tonight. We're expecting winds up to 15 miles per hour in a wintry mix. How will that impact your ability to throw the ball?
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some snow, to be in true football weather in Cleveland, Ohio, at Huntington Bank Field today to give him the glory. It's a beautiful day.
Sure feels like you're playing in the AFC North.
It is. It's magical. Thank you.
Oh, Jameis. God bless him, man.
Yeah. That boy ordained, man.
He's ordained. Good for him. Hey, good Lord blew him a little kiss last night through that snow, didn't he? Huh? Hey, Russ. Russ, you might want to change pregame tactics next week. So there's Jameis and the Browns getting the win, and he's odd in kind of a nice way. I feel like George Pickens gonna murder someone one day.
Man, that kid different.
Isn't he just a little? He sparks a little different, man. He's in the news after the game for first the comment, man. They're sore losing, and then there's this. So we'll revisit just an odd trend and streak continuing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. More news from the National Football League. I can almost say, thankfully, Jags are off this week. Let's enjoy some college football this weekend. We got the quarterback whisperer today, so Denny Thompson will join us. Our road to the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl will continue with every Friday. We'll be meeting with the Bowl's executive director and their chairman, Greg McGarity, Andy King, and kind of focus in. That was a nice win. We talked last week, and at that time, the Gators were 4-5 and had games against LSU, Ole Miss back-to-back, and it seemed somewhat like kind of not that the Gators would be a dream scenario, but to have Florida in the hunt for the Gator Bowl would certainly be good for the bowl. The Gators haven't been here since, I think it was 2011, and before that, it was way back in the early 90s. And with the momentum and DJ Lagway, dare I say sellout for the Gator Bowl if Florida were to play in it. And, they're back, leaning towards eligibility. We'll see what that impact was on the Gator Bowl when we meet with them a little bit later today as well. So we're locked and loaded, ready to get you into a football weekend. If it doesn't include the Jags, this is The Drill on a GFL Friday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. There's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey, John, are you ready to cruise into the holidays in style?
Absolutely. The King of Price has incredible offers that you won't want to miss.
That's right. Buy a brand new 2024 Escalade and receive a $3,000 rebate.
Or if leasing is more your style, you can choose a 2024 Escalade or a 2025 Lyric and receive a $1,000 rebate.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and make this holiday season unforgettable.
Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
If your high school student is a high performer, they could be 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here. Beaver's annual Black Friday silent sale. Every car on the lot will be discounted so low, we can't even show the prices on TV. Doors open at 6 a.m. Friday. First come, first served. And once they're gone, it's over. Plus, anyone who buys between 6 and 9 a.m. will get a big screen TV and $1,000 cash. Want more? We're giving away free oil changes between 6 and 9 a.m. The Black Friday silent sale only at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. You don't want to miss this.
Looking for an affordable and fast oil change? Well, Big Chief Tire has you covered. Frank Frangie here. Right now, take $10 off your next oil change at any of their 5 convenient locations. Their skilled technicians will keep your car running smoothly so you can hit the road with confidence. Whether it's routine maintenance or a more extensive service, Big Chief Tire is here to help. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and take advantage of this great deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
If the season ended today, the Jacksonville Jaguars would hold the number 1 overall pick. Jacksonville enters its bye week at 2-9 with a tiebreaker edge over the Cleveland Browns, who won last night in Monday Night Football. NFL Network analyst and former Jaguar Bucky Brooks lamented the Jags season following the team's loss to Detroit.
That this team is sitting at 2-9, and I would say based on the feeling down on the sideline, it felt pretty bleak and hopeless.
Sports commentator and analyst Bomani Jones, appearing on 1010XL, shared his view on the sincerity of Jaguar owner and Shad Khan to build a winner.
It does seem like he cares. Like, we've seen teams that have owners that don't care. This doesn't seem to be the case there.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs. You've heard the phrase first world problems, right, E? You ever heard that phrase?
For sure.
First world problems.
No Wi-Fi.
Yeah, first world problems. I got even smaller first world problems. Every other part of the world, they'd be gulping right now. They would have no idea. But it's
sugar
spoiled. Nah, it's maybe even worse. It's like one of the do you drink coffee? I've asked you this before. Not really, right?
Mm-mm.
Coffee drinkers know this. Sometimes you get a pot of coffee or a cup of coffee.
I think you told me this.
Yeah, and the grounds will get through.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm looking at like a navy of floaters here in my coffee.
Debating on just tossing it.
Like, nah, I'd never toss it. Because it can be salvaged, man. I'm like a veteran here. I got a little plastic spoon. You kind of dip in. I'll get like 6 or 8 of these little babies at a time. But I can't do that and properly carry on as a radio presenter here. So I'm just going to have to set it to the side. And what that means is I'm not going to get a big gulp of this delicious coffee right now, which is what I'm really craving. So there's that. We talked about the Gator Bowl. There's an ACC side to the formula. I wonder where Georgia Tech might fit in after, man, what an exciting we were out last night, Mrs. P and I, so I got back late, and I actually ended up watching both the NFL and the college game in at about the same time. And I was compelled enough by both that I actually did the pain in the butt, back out of Prime, go to ESPN, and back to Prime. It's such
the old flippity flop.
That's a hassle, man. Gotta watch it. You know how many times I've seen that Prime smile and that circular buffering? Come on, man. I can't just click. Anyway. So Tech has led NC State just about the whole game. And in the fourth quarter, NC State rallies. They score like a minute and a half to go, and they take a 1-point lead. No, I'm sorry. They go 29-23. They go up 29-23. Georgia Tech gets the ball back with like a minute and a half to go. They don't have Haynes King. They're a backup quarterback. And the quarterback drives Tech down the field. And they score what should be the game-winning touchdown with like 20 seconds to go. And then NC State hits a play. And they hit another play. And so now they got it to like the 40. It's going to be a really long field goal, but they've got it like to the 40 with a few seconds left. So they're going to try and kick what would be a game-winning field goal from 57 yards out. Kid's career long was 40. And hit kind of a line drive, and he pulled a little left. But, man, ironically, if it had been a 67-yard attempt, he may have made it because the ball was starting to, like, fade back to the right. It was like a line drive, knuckled for a while, and it was kind of curving back to the right. But by the time it got to the goalpost, it just missed left. And Tech, the bigger story here is improves to 7-4. They'll finish the season with Georgia. You know that already. So at worst, Georgia Tech is a 7-5 team, and I wonder where that leaves them. By the way, I talked about FSU and some of the recruiting woes that they've experienced. I should mention, they did get a bit of good news yesterday. They got to flip themselves from Oklahoma. 4-star quarterback. Number 11 pocket passer in the current cycle. Listen, here's the deal. You love getting young quarterbacks that are good prospects. But I mean, really, unless you get like that number 1 guy or top 2 or 3 guy, unless you have a situation where you can bring in a guy like this, who's the number 11 quarterback in the country, which is very good as a pocket passer, and, let him learn for a couple, 3 years behind the already good guy that you have. But anyway, not to downplay it at all, the Noles lost Tramel Jones, another 4-star, to Florida. He flipped to the Gators and had been committed 6'1", 200-pounder, so you're not talking about the elite size by any stretch. Boy, this is a battle of the flip-floppers. Oklahoma now, that's the fourth ranked member of their class to flip. Mike Norvell needed it. He's lost 7 commitments from the 2025 class since the start of the season. They are 1-9, should get a win over Charleston Southern. They end the season. And with that addition, they are still trying to hold on by their fingernails. They are number 40 in ESPN's latest team rankings for the 2025 cycle. So there is that. All right, E, fire at the band if you would. We got a football fix. Mentioned exciting ending to the Georgia Tech NC State game, and then right back to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and a fantastic finish there. The Browns blew a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson and the Steelers charged back. They had a turnover there that helped, and then they were up 19-18. Cleveland, all they need is a field goal. There's like 2.5 minutes to go, and Jameis does Jameis things, throws an interception. It looked like that might be it for Pittsburgh, but Cleveland got the ball back. Drove again, converted on a 4th down. Ultimately hit for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion, they win 24-19. In Pittsburgh now, I think the stat is 0-8 on Thursday night road games in the division. 0-8. And they've had a lot of those. Now, it's been a division where that doesn't shock you. I mean, look at the Browns. They can't touch anybody outside their division not named Jacksonville. They're 1-7, but they're now like 3-1 or 2-1 in the division with a win over the Ravens and now a win over the Steelers. Give them credit. Give them credit for fighting, man. Give them credit for fighting. There's an argument here. Robert Kraft's not getting any younger, and he continues to get passed over for the Hall of Fame. Look, and like him or not, isn't Robert Kraft a Hall of Famer, E?
Yeah, based on...
If there's an owner in the Hall of Fame,
yeah, it
should be Robert Kraft.
Based on Brady and Belichick.
Sure, all those, the titles, man. 6-time Super Bowl winning owner. Was considered a favorite for the 2025 class of the Pro Football Hall of Fame because they have a special committee that is putting in contributors. He's been passed over, though, again. I think this is 23 times? Maybe 12? I don't know. It's been a bunch. Kraft, 13 opportunities he's been passed over. They went with a guy who hadn't even been a finalist of late. He's one of the original owners in the NFL, but in no way at all had the impact or the success as a contributor to the league as Robert Kraft. And the Patriots are kind of ticked. Those around Kraft just are kind of ticked. These guys aren't getting any younger, man. Look at these coaches like Tom Coughlin in the Hall of Fame. What are we waiting on? There is no E.T. How much of your net worth, current and future earnings, would you bet that in 50 years Tom Coughlin is in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I'd bet the whole thing.
Correct. The Hall of Fame needs to have a meeting. They really do. They need to have a meeting, and they need to start thinking in some common sense and personally sensitive ways. If guys are Hall of Famers, they're going to go in the Hall, maybe put them in before they die. Maybe let them enjoy it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like this guy that they just put in. He's been dead for 70 years. He could wait another one. Anyway. Brock Purdy's iffy for the 49ers. It doesn't feel right in San Francisco. They're 5-5. Keep losing games to teams you wouldn't think they'd lose to. They lost to the Cardinals. They lost to the Seahawks. So we shall see. Daniel Jones meet the media yesterday, taking the bullets, takes responsibility, remisses over opportunities lost and the losses that have mounted up. Ponders his future in the league, which will include a lot of clipboarding. Going to be a lot of clipboard.
He got his bread.
The Colorado two-way star, Travis Hunter, he's not going to leave us in suspense. Says he will for sure be entering the NFL draft. Makes sense. Both he and teammate Shedeur Sanders positioned to be maybe top 3 picks. Let's see. This is kind of an odd story. The NFL has issued alerts to teams and players. Apparently their homes are being targeted for burglary, often while they are playing in their game. The NFL issuing the alert after burglaries involving Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. In a memo obtained by the AP, league says homes of pro athletes across multiple sports have become increasingly targeted for burglaries by organized and skilled groups. Got a briefing from the FBI. Wow.
That's crazy because they normally don't live in just those open neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's right. Not just like cruising over to Mandarin on a 10-speed.
Yeah.
Pick up a... where are you on Jason Kelce? You like Jason Kelce? Have you seen much of him?
I've seen too much of him.
Too much of him. Where are you going to see more? Kelce's going to try his hand at late-night TV. Announced on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live that he will host a show they call it Late Night with Jason Kelce on ESPN.
Well, that's good because that gives me the option if I want to watch it or not, as opposed to it just being pushed in my face.
The 1-hour show will tape on 5 straight Friday nights beginning January 3rd. That coincides with the last week of the NFL's regular season and the playoffs. It's going to be filmed in front of a live audience in Philly. First 4 episodes will air at 1 a.m. starting January 4th, running through February 1st. Kelce, like many of my age and slightly younger, loves the late night shows, grew up on them. That was we didn't have podcasts, we didn't have cable entertainment. We didn't have comedy roast and stand-up specials. We watched late night TV, man. My parents, Johnny Carson, me, David Letterman. That's where you kept up with pop culture and,
it was like entertainment for us.
Yeah, that's what it was. So anyway, there's that. All right, I mentioned George Pickens. I feel like at one point the guy might be charged with murder for some reason, in or with or without football being a part of it. But at the end of the game, Pickens, who, by the way, after the game said the Browns are no good and they lost because of the snow and the weather. He also got into a fight with Browns corner Greg Newsome after the game. Yeah, he got in a shoving match. You could see as Thursday Night Football ended. Broadcast catching the tail end of the scuffle. Pickens then being held back by stadium personnel after he shoved Greg Newsome. And then you could see them with their arms around each other, scuffling as they move toward the seats. And, whatever on all that, it's the comments, man. Shut up and take your L, dude. Conditions played a huge part in tonight's game, Pickens said. I don't really think the Cleveland Browns are a good team at all. I think the conditions kind of saved them today. The snow, the conditions were so bad. I don't even think the quarterback could see sometimes. When you got conditions like that at the opponent's home field, it kind of plays in their favor. Also took issue with the officials not calling pass interference on a play. That's what I'm saying, Pickens said. The conditions and away game refs.
Man, just take the L, bro.
Take it, man. Take it sideways, by the way. It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Mandarin Insurance and Assurance with Mandy and her dream team and the home course. Tee it high and let it fly. The Gillington Creek Golf Club. Best value in golf. Hicken and Rob more coming your way next. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Game Day hits the ground running early with news and notes, fun facts, and the names you need to know with the Terminix Kickoff Show. Let's go! 5 hours before kickoff. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. Need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, do frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at McKenzie'sRun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. McKenzie'sRun.org.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3,
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining. Go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
From
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC. We got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Florida is practicing well as they prepare to take on Ole Miss tomorrow, says head coach Billy Napier.
It was a barn burner out there today. Extremely competitive. Came down to the very last play of practice.
Hear the game live Saturday on 1010XL, starting with the pregame at 10 a.m. Florida State has a chance to pick up its second win of the season. FSU will be at home playing the 1-10 Charleston Southern Buccaneers. Game time is 1:30 Saturday afternoon. The Florida High School Athletic Association continues the 2024 high school football playoffs this evening. Bishop Kenny will be at Tallahassee Godby at 7 p.m. You can hear that game live on 1010XL 92.5. Walton will be at Bowles at 7:30. You can hear that on 1010XL AM. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:02 and it's 44 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
You know it! Sweet Friday! Come on, kids. Put your hands together and give me a little emotion.
Hey!
Ho! Hey, ho! Take it Friday.
Whoa.
She got them knee highs on again.
Well, it's getting
Rapid
chilly.
Friday.
Chilly out there.
No Friday. You're not going on the Kelsey show. You're on this show. You're local.
That's fair.
Take that trench coat off, though.
Just knock it off. Hey,
Let me see. I just want to see the outfit, man.
Chilly.
Destiny's online too. She's not happy.
I talked to her the other day. She's good.
I don't want to get you arrested. You killed Destiny. I saw her.
One more time, Sweet Friday.
Saw her plastic corpse floating down the St. John's.
She cleaning out my garage right now.
Yeah, she is.
Yes. Football Friday. I'm pumped, man. We got good weather.
Chilly. Football weather.
We got. Hey! Ho! We got. If you're in the mood tonight, you got some high school football. Maybe a little golf in the afternoon. Maybe a little trip to Gainesville tomorrow.
Yeah, Hick's all excited. He's like a little kid. He's going out again. First time this year?
I haven't been this year.
Yeah, nice.
I want to get down there. I got no game on Sunday, no long day Sunday with the Jags, and I'm off.
Good for you.
Which is
a good time.
So yeah,
thanks for the invite.
Looking forward to
Want to
doing
make
that.
it 4? I kid because I care.
So we got that going on. This is
nice.
It's good. We
cleanse the soul.
We
Can you get a
deserve.
win? Are you gonna go big game Dan?
Yeah,
you
big
lost
game.
that many years ago.
Yeah, no, I brought it back.
Did you?
I brought it back.
Oh,
I went to
missed
New
that.
Yeah, well, because you're not a Mets fan, but big game Dan went up there and whooped some Philly butt.
You know what you should have done? You should have gone to Calgary last night. If you know, you know.
Oh, 3-2. I watched the end of it. You didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, you
but
didn't.
I was aware.
I put it on ESPN Plus and said, we need that goal, baby.
Wait, hold on now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just free on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't have to have like extra ice or
They show them hockey games on the Plus.
I didn't know that. I would have watched some. No, I wouldn't have because we were out last night. Got back a little late, so I happened to. And it's very rare for me to watch both Thursday nighters end live.
Mm-hmm.
And two great finishes to the football. It was compelling enough because, well, it was Georgia Tech for me. I went back and forth. I did it. I was exiting out. I hate it, but I did it.
Oh, I didn't. But Brooks comes to me and tells me, he goes, man, and Georgia Tech lost.
Yeah.
I go, they did? He goes, yeah. Well, he didn't tell me. And then he came back 10 minutes later. Oh, they didn't lose. And Georgia Tech won. They came back.
And then they almost lost again.
Oh. And I it's funny because I woke up at 5:30. And the end of the game was on. And I said, let's see how they lost. Literally, there's a minute 30, and NC State has the ball. I go, well, they're going to score on this play. Boom, they score.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was King hurt?
I guess I didn't get home till the fourth. He didn't play at all the football I watched. So
well, the other guy is a better thrower, I think, is what we've determined. So they use the other guy. He's a true freshman. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway. But he did it with his legs. He ran a couple times.
Yeah, he looked like Haynes King.
He ran the 2-minute drill, and he ran him down and scored a touchdown. Then NC State hits a play. NC State's is that a young quarterback they got who's running all over the place?
I think he's a freshman, I think.
So he's not bad either. So then he hits a big pass. Kid drops one. But here's where, again, coaches, and I guess it's harder than it looks. I guess with everything going on, all the surroundings, it's like I've always said this and maintained this. You should always have a guy in your ear that you totally trust who you tell him, look, you got to be right 95% of the time. I'll take the bullet for the other 5%, but I need you to hit 9 out of 10 decisions. But they got one timeout and they got 7 seconds left, Jeff, and they call the timeout with a dead ball.
Right.
They should have had a play.
That's right.
If they're going to try a long field goal, then even do a draw, run it, get 5 yards, try to get something.
Kid's career long was 40.
Yeah. No, I think they put in another kicker.
Oh, that wasn't the 40-yarder?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Then
I saw that. Okay.
I think. I'm not positive.
Well, he had a line drive, and I swear it's a weird situation that if it had been a 65-yarder, he may have made it because it was starting to bend back.
Why would you blow a timeout when you got a dead ball? It made no mistake. So that bothered me. Well, then, and by the way, I saw that this morning. Last night, same types of things with Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
The first half, Tomlin, what are you doing?
It scratched my head over these decisions that they make constantly, and these are good coaches. These are two of the Titans. I got to say this. I'm going to say it right now. I may be wrong, and they've proven me wrong all year. But Pittsburgh, and you look at Russ's stats, they were terrific. And they got into mixing Fields in there, too, last night, which was a little weird to me. But I'm still...
Primarily just to run the sweep.
Yeah, but
then they
it's
did it.
Okay, Pittsburgh takes the lead. It's 19-18.
They got the turnover.
It's 3rd down and 4, and they have Fields in to throw a deep ball to Pickens, who was open, and he missed him.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw
If you're going to throw the deep ball to Pickens, leave Russ in. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Maybe
the
let
thought,
Russ cook.
Maybe the thought was with Fields and his threat of running, Pickens doesn't get open.
Anyway, but this is what concerns me. All right,
about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Bengals, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals, Eagles.
Those are the next 5.
Those are 5 of the 6 they have left.
Yeah. You could very easily lose 4 of those.
Okay.
That's 7. Now you're 10, and now you're just a 10-7 ball club like the rest of the world.
Which is fine as long as you get in.
I think 10-7 probably still gets you.
You don't want to blow this thing, though.
Well, I know another team that was 8-3 last year, and it didn't end well.
Correct. It can happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, be careful. Anyway.
Aaron Philo.
But what a cool seat. And I got to say this, too. Al Michaels pointed this out. Al Michaels is not as good as – he was a legend. Now he's but great point. Man, those Cleveland fans, 2-8, none of them left.
None of them left.
Yeah. They stayed in that snowstorm.
Yeah.
Not one of them left.
Your boy would have never showed up.
and along those lines, Pros, I saw a great, I think it's a Barstool guy. I'm not positive. But yesterday, dude in Ohio, he's got a hat on, just a light jacket. He's walking, it's wind and snow on him. And he goes, hey. Goes, what's up, SEC? He goes, it's November 21st. It's 30 degrees and snowing, and I'm walking to work right now. You guys will be calling school off. Just want you to know that in a month from now, Alabama, Ole Miss, y'all coming up here for football. How do you think it's going to be in 30 days? That'll be great. In that respect, it'll be fun if they have to go to the Big Ten schools. I mean, the guys going will be complaining about it, but that's something they haven't had to do.
Well, and it's especially weird in this case because it's such high-profile sports, and most of the SEC doesn't get cold at all. Now, you'll get some chilly weather in the SEC by November.
But you might get you might get one like that last night.
You're not going to get much. I wonder what the last SEC game with snow was. Probably Knoxville or Lexington.
Bro,
Missouri.
I just saw this yesterday. Kentucky is in Austin this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I read, I may be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I read it's the farthest west they've ever gone.
Yeah, I saw that. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right, does it?
How is that?
Kentucky football has never had a road game further west than Austin, Texas. Yeah, that's the kind of
that's weird
fact that sends you scrambling to like Wikipedia to double check.
And maybe not, but still, the point is they haven't had many.
No, I saw that too.
Yeah.
By the way, that Georgia Tech quarterback Aaron Philo, he's a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And he is Georgia high school football's all-time leader in passing yards.
It's a good get.
Do you know who his record he beat?
Georgia?
Yeah, all-time Georgia high school passing record.
I'll go with
he had 13,000.
Jake Fromm.
Not Jake Fromm.
I'll go with
Georgia's all-time high school passer. All-time.
I'll go with
13,902 yards.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Good guess. It's not Justin Fields. No.
I'll go with Gunnar Stockton.
No, this is one of those hiding in plain sight questions.
Uh-huh.
The answer's hiding in plain sight. You've way overthought it. You've gone all around.
Who is it?
It's Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's hiding in plain sight there. So that's a good get. You know, he was, I see here, rated 4-star prospect by some.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. Now, the problem with Georgia Tech and some of these teams is they get these, good wins, but then they'll lose to anybody.
Can't do that. Couple Jags things. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. Unbeatable interest rate for you, 2.99% year one rate, 15 locations. If you think you can't build a home, check with Dreamfinders before you make that decision. Yesterday, we did the offense. Now, today, who's the most disappointing member of the Jags defense? You guys ready to play?
This is the easy
yes, sir. No brainer.
That's the easiest one ever. This guy doesn't get 80%. I'm losing faith.
Okay, we'll go ahead and answer it then.
Eric Armstead.
Boom.
Okay, well, 65.9%. Wow. Andre Sisco, 17.8. Ronald Darby, 8.1. Devin Lloyd, 8.1. 600 votes are in. Eric Armstead, the clubhouse leader. Yeah.
I would have replaced Devin Lloyd with Josh Hines Allen personally because I didn't have much expectation from Devin Lloyd.
Yeah.
The other man, Josh Hines Allen, had 17 and a half sacks.
Yeah, but here's the thing I keep reading about Josh Hines Allen. And again, it's debatable, man.
You're right, because they say he's getting pressure. He's just making plays.
He's just not getting
box scores.
Yeah,
it's fair.
And what does he have, like 5 sacks?
He got 5.
That's not good enough, but nonetheless, he's not a 17 and a half sack guy. He had 1 year where 17 and a half sacks. He had most of his years. He's going to get 8 to 10.
Pressures is one of those stats that you use when it suits you.
Mm-hmm.
And when it doesn't suit you, you don't use it. Last I checked,
very fair.
If you get a pressure, does that mean it's instead of 1st and 10, it's now 2nd and 17?
I would like that.
Yeah, no, but that's not what a pressure means. Pressure means you didn't sack him. What did you do?
Well, if you pressured him and he still got a first down.
There's pressure before you say hike.
I tend to lean towards E on this one, but with Josh Hines Allen, because here's how I judge it. And again, I don't sit there and watch him every play. Do I notice him?
Not much. Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah.
You should notice him.
Yeah.
Even with the pressures.
Yes.
Yeah,
you should notice. And I don't notice him enough. So anyway, go to dreamfindershomes.com.
I feel like I see Trayvon Walker around the quarterback more this year than
He's
Allen.
had a better year.
Yeah. And I wonder how many pressures, quote unquote, he has.
Yep. And get all your information. Tell him Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Listen, what else? What else?
It's Friday.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
I knew you had something. I was ready.
The quarterback kid who was going to LSU flipped to Michigan.
Yeah.
10 and a half, my boy.
That's what we think, right? They said they offered him $10.5 million to go. So
this is just insane.
Dave Portnoy, pony up. He got his guy.
What did he say? Portnoy say? How much did he pledge? $1 million? $1 million a year?
I think it was $3
million a year.
I'm not.
Woo.
Yeah.
And so that's what that equals. That's a Portnoy purchase. Well, if that's the way they're going to play, people are willing to do it.
Listen, got it too.
One of my Gator buddies told me, and this is interesting. This is creative. This is good. In Oxford, Mississippi, you can donate to the NIL when you are paying for your food at any restaurant.
Oh, that's that's gonna stack up.
Round up your tips.
Those are just ideas, man. But those are, you know,
it's gonna stack up.
Somewhere there's a feral cat or a child with a disease that's saying, "Really? Is this what we're doing?"
It's like, what's next?
It's what we're tacking on for.
What's next? Guy on the street corner will work for NIL money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What are we doing?
Yeah,
I mean, it's almost like that.
I know mustard. I know the MDA's bad and all, but I'd rather contribute here to the Ole Miss NIL fund.
Yeah, right. I agree.
That's a hard sell.
I agree, but you know what? If you're raising an extra $1 million that way, what the heck?
Well, if you do, I would like to hope you do both.
Huh?
I'd like to hope you do both. Honestly, if I'm going to give money to a worthy cause, let's give it to somebody whose life might depend on it, not some snot-nosed 18-year-old who wants a Lamborghini. Insanity.
Lambo.
Give a kid coming out of high school $10.5 million
$10.5 million.
College football. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Matt Moscona, who's an LSU guy, says, I'm told Michigan got to $12 million for Underwood.
I'm told that it's pro football then.
Yeah.
Come on. Is that what we're doing? Are we going to get to a point where the guy's going to negotiate before he ever plays down a 4-year, $50 million college contract?
What is Chuck doing?
That's just insanity, dude. Enough. How about high school? How about you don't get any NIL until your sophomore year?
That'd be fine.
No, and then they'll just cheat on the back. It's whatever.
It is what it is.
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's just patently unfair. You can't have a competitive system where one team gets to spend $10.5 million on a quarterback and the other spends nothing. I mean, what is that?
I
mean, imagine an NFL where one team had a salary cap of $1 million and the other team had a salary cap of $300 million.
We got the 10-minute drill. Is that coming up next, E?
It is.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got that cooking. And
we got the whisper today.
I tell you what, I don't pay much attention to the rest of the NBA. I watched the Knicks a little bit, but caught a little of the East team last night.
Of course you did. You don't say nothing whenever them boys doing something.
That's correct.
When they lose to the Magic, okay, you don't say something.
That was a big choke by Anthony Davis.
I saw Bronny's dad hit three straight bombs, which he doesn't do often. That was impressive.
Aging like fine wine.
He is.
And he dunked on somebody.
But the Wagner kid is a player, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's a player.
He's
kind
an
of
all-star.
observations I can bring from my.
Yeah, we've been telling you about him.
I've been telling you about this kid.
And they didn't have
Wagner.
Wagner. And I'll tell you who else is going to be what we thought he would after watching him at 10. But Connect is going to be a real important role player for them.
Yeah. For the Lakers.
Have we talked about just the terrible, terrible advice that Bronny's gotten? This refusing to go on the road games and not fly commercials. This is a terrible, terrible look. No player in the history of sport would be treated this way. Who is telling him this is a good idea? I don't believe that Bronny doesn't want to go. There's no man. There's no Oh, my God, dude. This one is just, I don't know. You're over the top on this one. You're a sensible person. You take one player, and he's the only player in the whole league that doesn't play road games. And why? Why? Too good for coach? Too good for Oklahoma City?
No, but like it could be security. Have you seen these gyms that they're playing, these practice gyms? It could be a security thing because Bronny James isn't just a normal person. You know
Man, y'all got to get over this Bronny James thing. I don't know what y'all talking.
He's not like your regular G League. Can you name another G Leaguer?
And LeBron wasn't like your normal NBA player. That's supposed to be a good thing.
Man, come on, man. I think it's more for security reasons more than anything. Me personally.
That is honestly that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Come on,
I think so.
That may be the worst statement in the history of E.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I truly think that's what it is for.
Man, why? Come on. At some point, you got to take down. Say that guy should be on the plane, getting better at basketball.
I agree with that as well.
Getting on the plane, going with his team, and I promise you that he would rather. This is terrible advice. This isn't about him being a bad person. He's getting terrible advice.
Yeah, I don't know who's giving him that advice.
You know who it is. Clutch.
Rich Paul?
Yeah. Clutch.
I don't know.
He's too busy off with Adele. He's got to pay attention to his clients.
I can't see this either. It's just so overwhelmingly. It makes you overwhelmingly just sheepish and almost damn uncomfortable and anxious all the time. Or you just become this entitled ridiculousness that you showed no signs of being until they just kept throwing crowns on you.
Become entitled. The boy already is entitled.
Not by the way I see him work, act, and speak until the decision was made that I'm too good to go on the road for a G League game. I'm the first player in the history of the league who's too good to go on the road with the team.
Yeah, like you said, though, it's definitely not his decision. I don't think that at all.
And it's bad advice.
2 for 10. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
If we get down the road, which we will eventually with our Jaguars, and nothing changes, which we think nothing will during the season, Black Monday comes and there are major changes. If there is an overhaul, there is one name that it seems like the Jags are going to have to turn down rather than offer, and that would be Bill Belichick. I mean, whether you like him or hate him, and a lot of you will say, no, you shouldn't say no so quickly. But I get both sides of the story, but that's a name that will be continued to be linked to the Jags. There's relationships there with Belichick and Khan, and he's a viable candidate if everything happens like many of us think will happen. It's certainly a name that is going to be out there when we get to January. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power doesn't need a Bill Belichick. They just need some good folks, some experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Bennies include a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years here in Jacksonville. It's rapidly growing, proudly serving Jacksonville more than 50 years, family-owned and operated, screams stability. And here's an opportunity for you to be part of the family. Don't let this opportunity slip by. All you got to do is go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every NFL Sunday starts with a kickoff.
All you got to do is put your foot right through the ball.
After the game, we'll crown the special teams player of the game.
He is a difference maker now.
Brought to you by Crown Royal
This is the last play of the game.
on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. This November, Nimnik Buick GMC is honoring the brave men and women who have served our country. Nimnik is proud to announce their partnership with K9s for Warriors. With every vehicle purchased, you're helping provide highly trained service dogs for military veterans and supporting the K9s for Warriors mission. And this month, Nimnik Buick GMC is offering a $500 military appreciation discount on select new Buick and GMC models. So who makes your purchase go further for veterans? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Gator for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye Associates today and experience the difference. Keeping the First Coast focused as Bowden Eye and Associates.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery. Founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley, Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us 641-1010.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Attention sports fans, are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the major games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com. Bet anywhere, win here. Only at Best Bet.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
We got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he loves to hand out what he says is razzle-dazzle. No memorabilia today, but what do you got, E?
No memorabilia, but
Yeah.
I got a free bowl for you and a friend from Flame Broilers at any Jacksonville location. All you got to do is holler at me, 904-641-1010, at the end of the 10-minute drill.
You know who Pat Hanlon is, Jeff?
Ooh, boy, that name sounds familiar, but I am not going to rack it.
He was a Giants longtime PR guy. He was around a lot for J Fun stuff. Real good dude. Very nice man.
Okay.
Sort of kind of Danny Edwards of the Giants. That kind of guy. Good dude. Kind of knew the franchise. He'd be around Coughlin. Coughlin was coaching, the Giants and down here for the J Fun and things like that. Anyway, he doesn't make waves much, but he was annoyed, and he went to social media and threw out some criticisms, and I rightfully so, man. So what happened yesterday is, look, you say what we want about Daniel Jones, and we've been sitting here ripping the guy for a long time. He's not a very good quarterback, right? Again, we always say it's not his fault. He was drafted 6th. It's not his fault they gave him $40 million a year.
He and Bortles real similar.
Yeah, it's a good one. Very good comparison. He just doesn't have it.
He has moments. He can sometimes win ugly. He can run better than you'd think, but he's just not good.
They gave him 6 years. They gave him long enough. It all worked out fine. So, but at some point, Daniel Jones got to meet the media. So yesterday was the day. So he, it was emotional, right? It's going to be an emotional thing. He didn't cry or anything like that, but he wrote down a statement, basically, because he wanted to get it right. He wanted to thank the right people. I got no problem with that, okay? So he read his prepared statement, expressed gratitude. Real classy move, right?
Seems like a nice young man.
Yeah, it just is what it is. I'm looking.
And by the way, if I'm Daniel Jones, if I have Daniel Jones here, okay, let's reset. Let me point around the league. See that? That's Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
See that? That's Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
See that? I mean, just okay. You're young. Just
a great point and a whole nother discussion about these rejuvenated.
Yeah, he's don't think your life and career over. Let's just find the right spot. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Obviously, you work for a bunch of buffoons. They should have kept a running back for you.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
But almost immediately, social media is going to. Yeah, that's fine. Social media does what it does.
Spirit. It can be very anti-social media for sure.
ESPN Sports Center main show hosted by L. Duncan. Not cool. Not cool at all. Changed the entire format of her Thursday show. Felt almost personal. We normally reserve taking the L, is what she calls it, for Fridays. It's called taking the L, like the loss, I guess. But Giants quarterback Daniel Jones just did something so inexplicable that we made an exception. After being benched this week, Jones took to the podium to say goodbye to the franchise and fans, but with like 7 games left in the season. I'm sorry, you have to write this down. Didn't you go to Duke? Just, I guess, trying to be funny, but really, really not funny whatsoever. And mocked him with snide remarks, exaggerated facial expressions, fake gagging sounds. What? You guys think he had saved this in his notes since 2020? In all seriousness, DJ, I could have saved you like 90 seconds. A rewrite. Sorry you paid me $180 million for one playoff win, and I look forward to reviving my career as Brock Purdy's backup. The end. I just.
And that's on Sports Center, though.
Yeah.
That's not like you're on some podcast.
So anyway, Pat Hanlon, longtime Giants guy, says, hey, that an ESPN personality would mock Daniel Jones' statement today is mind-boggling, given what has happened at that company over the past few years, tone deaf, which is good. But I just.
Then no response, though.
No.
Yeah.
I just thought
they don't circle back and apologize.
I just thought that was weak sauce.
It is. I
thought that was
know.
weak sauce.
Yeah,
I don't know what made her. Maybe she thought that was funny, but I don't know. I mean, the guy.
I'm probably not the guy to comment on this.
Yeah, it was heartfelt and such, and nonetheless, it was. It annoyed me. So I just wanted to pass that along.
It just seems like an odd I don't know why you're picking on him. What has Daniel Jones ever done that's outside of vanilla or milquetoast? Right?
Yeah,
you don't typically pick on vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you? By the way, it's not. Here's the deal, man. We got to get over this blaming the athlete for their salary. Teams are paying them that.
Yeah.
Or their draft spot or their free agent deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Eric Armstead's fault that Trent Baalke. I saw an argument of this year's Jags free agent class being the worst in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And it put up the players. Let me actually find this.
Yeah.
Okay. We carry on here. We're not going to do a lot of Jags talk today. It's a beautiful, beautiful bye week. Thank you, bye week. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Jags talk?
No.
Yeah.
Here's the stat. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars 2024 NFL free agent class.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Davis, $39 million, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eric Armstead, $44 million deal, 20 tackles, 1 sack.
Oh, boy.
Darnell Savage, $21 million, 57 Pro Football Focus grade. Ronald Darby, $10 million, 59 Pro Football Focus grade. Devin DuVernay, $8.5 million, 9 yards, and 1 big return.
That's a lot of money.
Now, you conveniently left Morse out. He's the one guy who probably has contributed. But
Yeah.
like the O-line is, knocking it down to the tune of number 3 in the league.
Still can't make 3rd and 1.
Still can't run the ball,
Well, how about this, Pros? How about this? No Jag talk today, but maybe Jag song.
You have a Jag song?
Well.
Wow, this came out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. I usually have to have some sort of, creative content, at least, awareness.
It brings down the show, though. It's not an energetic song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's giving I lost my dog type vibe.
Yes, and it's but
you're gonna
rightfully so.
You're out to
but I don't want to suck the life out of the program.
Is that what I was trying? You're trying to kill the program.
Well, maybe
the Friday.
But
right,
I will say this.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you just leave it as a gift for Jaguars today? I have a good opening song for you guys.
I will. Yeah, I will say this. It's a lyrical masterpiece.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
What is it sung to? What is it?
Well, you'll see in a second.
Well, if I knew, then I'll know the sad tone. So there is no going back. You are going to play it at 7:40 no matter what.
No, I'm going to play it right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah. I'm going to play it right now.
Jeepers creepers.
And
you sure it wouldn't be a good idea to go to break, come back and play, have a a song segment?
No, I don't want to do a whole segment.
Because then we can talk people off of the proverbial bridge apparently you're ready to place them on.
Here's the thing. We all felt this way.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
I grabbed the...
I didn't know this was going on.
You know me, I grabbed the
things are getting out of control.
I grabbed the guitar and I just start freewheeling.
My dog grabbed that guitar.
Yeah,
I did.
He does not play the guitar.
I grabbed that
went
guitar.
crazy on it.
Yeah.
I grabbed that guitar. I started freewheeling.
Freewheeling.
Like I said, lyrically. But, not the voice of the songbird.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
No one knows that more painfully than I do.
Well, here we go. Play it, E. Now, that ain't it.
No, that ain't it. Grabbed the wrong one.
That's a poor setup.
I was going to say, man,
my bad.
Your voice has gotten a lot better. What happened? What
That
am
was
I
pretty
listening
good.
to?
I like that one.
Sure that's you?
Let's just play that instead.
Sounds fine to me.
Here we go.
Here we go. My bad.
That's all right. Man, we're 2-9. You suck. Sorry, Judy Bug. But I'm still a Jag fan. I know why I act the way I do. I'm teal and black forever, through and through. Sundays at the bank, I hate Tennessee. I guess that's just the Jag fan in me. 30 years of Jag ball, it's been pretty bad. Every game day I still get fighting mad. The Super Bowl road is where it should lead, but it don't. How dumb is that? Stupidly, it's the Jag fan in me. It's an urge to win, then restlessness. It's another loss we always get. It's the things we watch, it makes us cry. A team that never satisfied. I see failure in the mirror. It's the Jags in the AFC. I guess that's just the Jag fan in me. Oh! Doug Marone and Peterson. It doesn't matter, we never win. The picks that Balky make us cry. Drafts that we can't verify. Please, Shot Khan, won't you simply hire Tony B? I guess that's just the Jag fan in me. Brunel to DG to T-Law. Gabbert, Nick, the boat, we've seen them all. Somehow we convinced this is the year. I guess that's just the Jag fan, chug a beer. We ride and we just wait for the fall. Guess that's just the Jag fan Duval.
It's very appropriate.
There you go. It's sad.
It's no sadder than what I watched on Sunday. It was much sadder than that.
I know. It's just. I grabbed
Tim
that.
McGraw may be sad right now, but
I grabbed
other than
that guitar and I just get going.
Yeah, you didn't play the guitar at
I
all.
don't know
What
what
you
I
did is
did.
you hijacked the Tim McGraw Cowboy and Me song is what you did.
That's a guitar right there. A little riff is what I did. I created a little riff. And
which part were you riffing there?
I was riffing.
The whole time? Constant riff?
Draft we can't verify. Trent Balky's picks make us cry.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Shad Khan hired Tony B.
Oh,
Just a Jag fan.
Now you're going to put all kinds of you can put all kinds of pressure now on Baselli's going to have to answer for this all day. Dan Hicken has put out a song claiming it. This is the drill. It's custom tree search.
Hey, 641-1010.
No, it's not. It's a GFL Friday.
Yeah.
I shorted us a day.
Tell them what they're going to win, E.
Free bowl for you and a friend. Nah, I ain't got no new car for you. I got a free bowl for you and a friend from Flame Broiler at any Jacksonville location. 904-641-1010.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here. Kinnear.
Lauren Brooks here. Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. And now they're giving back. Hodges Mazda wants to say thank you to all educators, first responders, and healthcare providers by offering a complimentary oil change and car wash during the Mazda A Season to Move You event. Call today or schedule online at HodgesMazda.com. Come experience for yourself the Hodges Mazda difference. Free oil change not to exceed $79.99. Excludes diesel vehicles. Expires December 31st, 2024. See dealer for complete details.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Hicken here. Imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, but he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. You bet I'm going with him. Why? Because he's the best. And it's great. Like, if I'm not feeling good, I need an appointment, I go right in and see Doc T. You know, most doctors, we'll get you in the end of next week. Medical emergency? Here's Doc T's personal phone number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as physicians, Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So if you need a yearly physical, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has the answers. Check them out. You'll join up today. Limited spaces available. mypvconcierge.com. That's mypvconcierge.com.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Pre-Game Friday. Built by Dream Finders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle on 1010XL.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Joe C. for Blossman Gas. They've been providing hometown service and the comforts of propane to home and businesses since 1951. Imagine movie night spent around glowing gas fireplace logs, cookouts in the backyard with your propane grill, or laundry done faster with your gas dryer. Blossman has a wide variety of gas appliances to fit your needs. Propane delivery, gas appliances, and a full-service team. Blossman Gas is your local company for everything propane. Blossman Gas, log on, blossmangas.com, and check out the Blossman difference.
Man, have you been thinking about selling your home, but all you see potentially in front of you are problems? And you could sell for a variety of reasons. Maybe you need more space for your office or growing family. Maybe you want maximum equity for your home, but you're really not sure how. No matter what your problems are, we have the solutions, and they come with promises. We are Chad and Sandy and ChadandSandy.com. Trust them. Your home sold, guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's a promise that you can count on. You know that Chad and Sandy are going to deliver because your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. There are success stories all over the First Coast. Justin and Palatka, I was trapped in a mortgage with my ex-wife on a home that didn't sell for 184 days with another realtor. Hired Chad and Sandy, multiple offers in 7 days, sold and closed in 16. It's that easy. Go to ChadandSandy.com. That's ChadandSandy.com or 414-6200.
It's a sale so big, it's been over 40 years in the making.
It's Beard's Diamond's incredible 44th anniversary sale. Everything store-wide is on sale, up to 44% off.
Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or BeardsDiamonds.com.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Bari here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Bari Orthopedics today or visit bariorthopedics.com.
Yo, ET here. You need the perfect spot to unwind with friends, family, or coworkers? Dart Bar is just right off King Street. Darts, pool, and foosball. Dart Bar has all the games to keep the fun rolling. With 20 taps, 200 plus cans, and plenty of non-alcoholic options. Dart Bar has something for everyone. Plus, we host community events and leagues and can accommodate everything from company happy hours to milestone birthdays. Dart Bar is your go-to place for fun, drinks, and great times, no matter the occasion.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival returns to the Daytona International Speedway in 2025 with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville takes over the Daytona International Speedway May 15th to the 18th, 2025. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. 4-day, single-day camping and VIP passes on sale now at welcometorockville.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Former Jag offensive lineman and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli offered his thoughts on moving forward with quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
I think you have to have a long conversation with Trevor, his camp, and you need to look at it and say, what's best for the organization? What's best for Trevor?
NFL Network analyst and former Jaguar Bucky Brooks remarked on the reversal of roles between the Jaguar offense and defense.
We expect the defense to carry the weight when the offense has really been the unit that has underperformed.
The Jaguars host their annual Thanksgiving food distribution event. It returns on Monday afternoon at 2 in the Everbank Stadium lot. The event brings together Jaguar players, front office staff, and the members of the Roar of the Jaguars. At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I don't know why I act the way I do.
Yeah.
Is this Dan Hicken?
Feeling black forever through and through.
This is how it's done, behind the music.
Sometimes I'm out.
I have a question of semantics for you boys.
Hold on. I guess that's just the Jag fan in me.
It's a hit on the text line. It's not easy to do.
Right.
It's not easy to do. So I will take it as that's one of the better ones. They kind of run together, for me, because I'm so close to the front row experience through the years.
Does Springsteen run together?
Yeah. I would say you're better than Springsteen. You got that going for you.
Does AC/DC run together?
Yeah.
I do all different genres. They shouldn't run together.
Variety.
I thought your genre was parody. I didn't realize you were doing
rap,
different musical
country.
genres. I thought it was parody.
That
I thought
boy
the whole
got
thing was
talent,
parody.
boy.
I've done it all, E.
Yeah.
I've done it all.
Some are suggesting just a couple days too late. The CMAs were the other night.
Well, they were.
Could have maybe brought one home there.
That would have been great.
I need to hear some heavy metal.
We tried that one time and it got pulled.
I did.
You think I'm kidding?
But it wasn't pulled because of the singing. It was so mean.
That's what I mean.
okay.
Well, that's the heavy metal vibe. You
Yeah.
think heavy metal's typically not singing about, rainbows and buttercups.
We've had a couple that never made it to air. Those are the ones you guys.
We had one that was really. I can't remember who's
on YouTube.
We had feelings hurt bad over one. One as we debuted it, admitted it was terrible.
Oh,
And
dear.
The author of the song got a little hurt, and I understand, and it just was not a good scene. Do you remember
Dickinson,
that
too,
one?
is.
Yeah. Do you remember we were doing a show out in the front parking lot for some reason one day years ago, and you did a song that we just didn't like. And we didn't like it before you played. I wish I could remember. I can't.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them.
There have been through the years. It
How
all
many would you
started,
say we've done?
I don't know. It all. Oh, you know what? And we did them. We started doing them back at the other station.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
Would you
got
say
catalog.
like 50? I bet 50 to 100.
I bet it's 30 to 50.
I don't know, man. We've done an awful lot.
Well, how many
Think
years?
about it. We've done 20 years. We do 5 a year.
We used to, probably not anymore, but 3 a year. Yeah, 60 to 50 to 100 maybe.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It feels like the one, though, that really kicked out, even though we did some. Did we do some? Or was I'm thinking like Sweet Jags of Mine was the original. It's too bad we didn't produce, you produce them cleaner now. We remove the old, back in the day, we'd literally just sing over the lyrics.
Over the song.
Because Sweet Jags of Mine has some potential.
Sweet Jags of Mine was played at parties. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's right. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that was.
That's the only one I wrote. I'm not saying anything. But
Oh, for real?
yeah, that's the only one.
that was hard, man.
Yeah, I think I took one Grammy and I went home.
Hey, he wrote the first one and he said, "This is too hard. I'm not doing it anymore."
Hey, chop. Yeah, y'all. Good luck catching that one, boys. See you at 20. What a interesting dynamic that you're going to be sitting in Saturday in Gainesville. Listen, here is what the importance of this game is beyond bowl eligibility, beyond surging momentum, beyond another brick in place for a foundation you're trying to build, or maybe those are all combined in this. This is such. I don't have any empirical evidence to back this up. There is no if-then to verify what I'm about to tell you. Florida recruiting is going to shoot into the top 10, if not top 5, if they can upset Ole Miss this weekend. They are a recruiting machine that's ready to explode if they can give those recruits one more hook. Give them one more hook. DJ Lagway is the Pied Piper. They love him out there. If this Florida team beats Ole Miss and gets another win, this one a top 10 win. And DJ, this is a recruiting class that's going to get another 2 or 3 flips. They're going to get 4 or 5 fifth sitters, and we're going to wake up and they're going to have the number 6 recruiting class in the country, not number, I think, at last check, 25.
Wow.
So this is a big game for recruiting. And where Florida is as a program, that's more important than other years. When you're cruising along and there's some, whatever, like Spurrier said, we'll win with you, win without you. We're not anymore. They need. I think one reason they're playing a lot better now is that depth, and we've talked about it. They're rotating 10 guys at times on that defensive line, and it's made them match up a lot more sturdier against these quote unquote powers of the SEC. Not Texas notwithstanding. So I just think, and I don't have anything. I don't say this kid.
These kind of statements are the ones that make me get concerned. It's going to be a rough day in Gainesville tomorrow.
I don't think that it's going to go. I think the momentum is going to be stopped. I do. I don't expect an upset, but dare to dream.
Yeah,
I like the noon kickoffs. I'm the only one. Y'all understand out there? Your boy gets up I sleep in on the weekends, eat till 5. So when I got to wait till 3:30 in the afternoon, that's a long wait, man. So I like the noon kickoffs personally.
Right.
Well, so what is it though that is going to now kill all optimism and joy? You said you just read something or
no?
Oh, I thought you said so. Oh, never mind. I thought there was a reference to it's not going to go well tomorrow. I thought.
Oh no, I was just saying that because it's just my gut feeling on it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just I think it's going to be a tough day. I mean, it's tough, but now listen, if they can battle, but Ole Miss now, that D-line is real, right? That D-line whooped Georgia up front, and Florida's offensive line has played much better. But if DJ can't run, which I don't think he can, that's going to make
Tennessee's D-line was all that too. So was Georgia's.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, look, I give Florida's O-line a lot of credit. They've gotten better. They've battled. One thing, I saw a sound bite, which is a clip with Tramel Jones, the quarterback from Mandarin who flipped from FSU to Florida. And he wasn't ripping either guy. But he's dead on. He's like, Norvell is more energy. Napier is more chill of the moment. But Napier is not. One thing Napier is not, like, he's got to have a good wingman to inspire the boys. Napier doesn't give the take
rousing,
the paint off the side of the walls of the locker room.
You wouldn't mistake him for Kirby in the pregame.
He just isn't.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the game when they win, I mean, I think he did the gritty.
We're really excited.
It is a good win. Eeyore.
Let me tell you why it's a good win. Because, and then he'll pause. He'll pause and it'll spread out his hands.
Yeah.
What you got to think about here
He
is
gets so deep into the culture.
It's about the fundamentals.
But,
it's about.
But
whatever.
I will say the kids love him.
It's resonating.
The kids love him.
Got to have success. I think that's what's coming a little bit. And again, I don't. By the way, people know you're not killing my joy now. Why now? Napier? No.
Yeah.
I want my team to win. I'm not going to root for him to lose. Billy Napier's not going to win a Natty championship. He'll never win an SEC. But let's get better and win along the way. I don't think that he's equipped to be that guy. He doesn't look like a championship coach to me. But in the meantime, let's get to the point where maybe the next guy will be.
Yeah.
He can do a lot of things that can lead to championships. I'm just talking about coaching, man.
I will say this.
I don't think many championship coaches in today's year start like this.
And you don't get this out much. If Napier turns this program around, I can't tell you how.
What does turning around mean?
We'll compete for SECs. Top 12, like 3 out of 5 years.
And
that's what Florida should be, right?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
There's 20.
Yes.
I can name 25 programs that probably believe they should be in the top 12 every year. Florida's one of those. So is Florida State. So is Miami. So
is half the SEC, in fairness.
Yeah.
So is Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss.
That's what I mean. Yeah. There's about 25 programs that think that there's more in the SEC than in the Big Ten. Who think they should be. They think that. They may not be right.
Yeah. Yeah, outside of although you could probably go, the Big Ten would say, well, Nebraska would say yes, and Iowa would say yes, and Wisconsin would say yes, and Michigan State would say yes.
Maybe.
Is that true? I don't know. But
every year?
The difference,
I don't think they would say yes.
That's fair.
I don't think they would
I forgot
say yes.
the every year part.
Yeah, I don't think they would say yes. Capable of getting in the top 12?
Yeah.
Yes.
Capable of having a run even of a few years, but
not every year.
Right.
There's certain programs that
I was not factoring that every year part.
Yeah, certain programs that think they should be in the top 12 every year. Now, you're not going to get in the top 12 every year, but again,
you shouldn't fall out but for longer than a year.
No, you
like
should
when
not.
Spurrier's rolling and Saban's rolling and Smart's rolling, you might have a year or where you fall back to 8-5, but then boom, you're right back.
Now
to
think about it. Bobby Bowden Seminoles would have been playing for that. Would have been like,
they would
have a bye every year for 14 years in a row,
and would have won more titles. Because by the time they were playing that kind of football at the end of the year, I bet if it was just down to 4, they would have won more than the 1.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he got 2.
Quarterback Whisperer on deck. Friday 5-pack as well. We're going to talk college football.
The Gator Bowl, the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, the path to that
the Garrity / King in the house at 9 o'clock.
Nice.
So we'll get after those guys a little bit and throw some tough questions at them.
Sure.
They better bring their
I wonder if that Georgia Tech game had any impact. I dreamed last week here. I said it out loud of a Georgia Tech Florida Gator Bowl. That would seem to be in the possibility still.
Well, it's funny in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. If you can get Florida, you can pair them with anyone, and it's a great bowl in the respect of heads and beds and such. Because I really honestly believe, I may be wrong here. I don't think I'm misreading a program that's had I don't know, is it 12 straight sellouts now in the Napier era where we've had losing football down there, sold out again tomorrow. I think they're hungry for a bowl game. Florida has all the. Even though they're only 5-5 and they'll probably be 6-6, they have.
It's kind of like Notre Dame back in the day.
Yeah, they have all the different things that you want if you're a bowl committee. Because you got the excitement. Your players are gonna play. Like if Colorado goes to a regular bowl, is Shador gonna play?
Yeah,
is Hunter gonna play?
We forget about that.
DJ Lagway's gonna play. Those young kids are all playing.
Yeah.
So it's fun. All right.
That's interesting with the bowls moving forward. If you're not in the playoffs,
you got to consider
go with the young team that's going to play their players rather than say FSU last year in the Orange Bowl.
Well, you're always trying to find the team that's excited. The team,
and it's especially bad for the major bowls who have put in a lot of years supporting college football to get stuck like the Orange Bowl was last year with 2 teams that didn't care and didn't try.
That wasn't cool. Well, Georgia cared. They tried.
But they still sat a lot of guys.
And they stayed.
But still,
they
won. I hear you. All right, it's a GFL Friday, the Screen for Life Trust. And for all your commercial roll-off needs, we turn our attention to the 8 o'clock hour. Visit with the good week for the quarterback whisperer. Anthony Richardson, Carson Beck, both with good weeks. We'll get his thoughts on those guys and more, including DJ Lagway hosting Ole Miss. I'm curious about Jackson Dart and what exactly he knows about him. He really has been a good fit. Remember when he went to Ole Miss? There's 3 quarterbacks there. You wonder, why did they...
Is he going to even start?
Why, is he hurt?
No, I'm saying you thought that when he went there. Yeah.
I was just like, what have I done?
No.
Yeah, no, it was him, and they had the kid from Oklahoma State and never ended up playing again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a bad mistake by him, I think. Anyway, Whisper is next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Can you make picks like a pro?
Yes!
Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Are we doing this?
Play 1010XL's weekly pick'em.
We'll say yes.
You pick 'em at 1010XL.com.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Man, we love this time of the year. Next week's Thanksgiving already. We reflect on things that matter the most. Your families, your homes, the holidays, and some football. Zero Res is grateful for all the good people at Jacksonville, and they want to thank you to get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. And on top of that, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res. You spell it forward. Zero Res. You spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Mia O'Brien
is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
You've worked hard, you have nice things. Protect and enjoy them with a luxury storage unit at The Shed, opening soon in Atlantic Beach. You got to see these places to believe them. What a smart investment out at AB. I can take 10 minutes, but I can't tell you everything. Go to theshedjacks.com or take a tour on Instagram.
What's good, sports bettors? It's your boy Eats the Tea with my bookie. And what a week it's been already. And if you did what I told you to, you smashed that Joe Mixon same-game parlay on Monday bet with my bookie. Still the best sign-up deposit bonus in the industry for Florida bettors, by the way. So what you waiting for? Let's dig into it. Sunday, the Chiefs travel to Charlotte as an 11-point favorite against the Panthers. I'd be surprised if the Panthers could score here against a top 10 Chiefs defense. I'm thinking Chiefs 27, Panthers 14 to cover the spread. And of course, a massive Sunday night football matchup where the Rams are a 3-point underdog at home against the Eagles. The Eagles are on 10 days of rest, and their defense is sneaky good. So we're looking at taking the under on the 49-point game total. My bookie still has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit, up to $1,000. So don't forget, sign up using my promo code 1010XL to make yourself some extra cash. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. We sometimes sit there and let our minds wander. How much do we pay monthly on those premiums? And, man, that's a lot of money. And so if something happens, we need you to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it, man. Something happens, you call them, they get you all your information, boom, and get it right to you. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. They don't take it lightly. I speak from experience. They've helped me numerous times. Homeowners, check. Auto, check. Flood, boat, small business insurance. Kaprowski's will be there for you at your time of need. So get an insurance checkup today. They're easy to get a hold of. It's Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. It's Craig.Kaprowski, Koproski at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422. It's Craig and Chris Kaprowski. They're part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast YMCA. When they face off tomorrow in the Swamp, Florida head coach Billy Napier says the offensive line play will be critical.
Always protect and affect, right? Protect the quarterback, affect the quarterback. That'll be a big component this week for sure.
You can hear the game live Saturday on 1010XL, starting with the pregame at 10 a.m. Florida men's basketball in Southern Illinois will face off at the O-Dome this evening. The Gators, ranked 21st, are coming off a home victory against Florida A&M. We'll stream the game live during the pregame beginning at 6:30 on 1010XL AM. In the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning fall to the Columbus Blue Jackets. In the East Coast Hockey League, Jacksonville Icemen will play a road game this evening against the Atlanta Gladiators. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:07, it's 46 degrees. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
I've always wondered this, Denny. Do you really whisper when you coach the quarterbacks? Because I've seen you. I don't think you whisper. Are you a whisperer? Do you go up and whisper in their ears, or what do you do? How do you do that?
I'm a terrible whisperer. Yeah, I think we can owe QB whisperer straight to the marketing department.
That's a marketing move. That's a ploy.
Yeah.
Your partner there, your muse there in Athens has taken a lot of heat the last few weeks. So I thought it'd be, apropos to say, with all that around him and his team's even playoff hopes suddenly in the lurch, how was Carson Beck able to rebound was it his best game of the year, Denny? I mean, I didn't watch every single play, but just looking at the stat sheet and especially knowing the problems he's had the last few weeks, particularly with the interceptions, what clicked for him?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think it's easy to say now, but when you looked at the Ole Miss game, when he went back on the Ole Miss game, he made really good decisions and actually made a couple good throws, and it just didn't connect that night. Like something was off, and it just didn't connect. And so I felt like he was close, and we've been working on some things. And then, to his credit, he just kind of last Saturday night just said, all right, I got to win this thing, and went out and did it. And I think a lot of good things has happened for Carson in coming back, and one of those is this isn't your typical Georgia team where you got that one receiver or two receivers you can just throw it up to. He's had to learn his personnel, and we're seeing as they get going through the year, the young kids are getting better. The drops are still a bit of an issue, but as a whole, the offense is getting better, and it's getting a little bit healthier. So I think all that had things to do, and don't forget, it's like they're at home finally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there in that environment last week, and it was incredible. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, they've played in this environment as the visiting team multiple times,
right?
And now they finally get to kind of get this as the home team. So I think it all lined up, and I think it's what Georgia needed and what Carson needed. And so now you just kind of finish strong and see what happens.
Danny, this is I'll throw this at you. I'm just curious, like. A week or a couple weeks ago, Carson Beck was plummeting down the NFL rankings as far as quarterbacks by the media dudes. And then all of a sudden a mock draft came out yesterday. He's back in the first round. So he's all over.
It can't actually be that reactive, right?
Right. So
it's not.
I'm just
It's
curious,
not.
like, I think that you think and expect him to be a first round pick. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he's a first-round pick, and everything that I've heard all the way through this year,
right,
it hasn't been any different than that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, concerns.
Sure.
Anytime somebody has the turnovers that he has, but he's also got a lot of good film, and there's also, when you go back and look at those interceptions, for most of them, there's been reasons why, whether it's pressure or whatever. But yeah, I don't think when you go back and look at the film that it's as bad as maybe what people think it is. So I don't think he's moved that much. Mm-hmm. Now, is there talk of him being number one overall? No, I haven't heard that in a while.
Right.
But I'm not sure that was ever. That was so early in the process that I think you got to put somebody there.
Right.
So no, I think everything's ahead of him. I think if he gets on a run, look, if he plays like he did Saturday night, all the way through the playoffs, then you'll have whatever talk you want to have. But I think that's the point right now. Is it's not that reactive, to your point, and the bigger thing is everything that we set out for is right there in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Denny, when we get to October of next year, are we going to be talking about the best quarterback in college football is DJ Lagway?
Yeah, I mean it's a very good possibility now that Florida's getting weapons around him, and man, they're cooking in Gainesville right now from a recruiting perspective.
I was talking to Hick. I know your ear to the ground. You're involved with so many of those, and I was telling Hick, this is nothing I know, seen, read, heard. It's just, man, I got a gut feeling like no other that like a win this weekend could be the kind of recruiting barrage that would shock people. I'm talking about ending top 5, top 10 in the overall recruiting class. I feel like there are enough guys that just show me one more thing, man, and I'm in.
1,000%. Like,
okay.
I think it's impressive to sit back and look at the momentum that they're building recruiting wise when they've got 5 wins. Like that should tell you something about the respect that staff has of a lot of these recruits. And I'm around this, and this has been a busy week in recruiting. And it's like, I keep asking, like, hey, is Florida a real possibility for you in a couple cases? And yeah, absolutely.
Is it because, Denny, there's money to spend there now? I mean, like you said, they're cooking. Like, where did this come from? Because they were cooked 6 days ago or whatever. I mean, the turnaround.
No, that's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I refuse to think that it's just about money.
Yeah, but the kids smell the money though. They know that, and I'm sure the Napier thing and saying Napier's coming back or whatever. So now
I think it's DJ Lagway. It's a big deal.
And
too,
DJ Lagway, yeah. I'm just curious.
DJ Lagway is a big deal, and that's what I was going to say. It's not just about the money.
Right.
I think the money is
everywhere.
It's probably helping some. Well, it's everywhere, but in Florida's case, it's whatever they're doing has piqued enough people's interest. But you've got to have some level of confidence in the program you're going to beyond money, and to like you guys said, like the guys want to go play for DJ or with DJ, now with this new playoff, like, why is Florida not a top 5 job? It absolutely is a top 5 job because you don't have to win the conference anymore.
Well, those old Florida teams that, Mullen and McElwain would have had playoff teams in Gainesville. It keeps your program a lot more vibrant than it is when you're gone and forgotten. You can bounce back from 5-7, be a playoff team the next 2 years, and no one will even know. You won't even remember. So it'd be nice to it'd be nice to get a point where you're excited this time of year being one of those in the mix.
Yeah.
Well, I think they've got something going here too, where you can, if you're a recruit, you can look at that field and you can go, okay, this is one of the best environments in college football, and I can get on that field fairly quickly, and we can win.
Right.
There's not a lot of teams that you have that. Like, I mean, obviously, if you go to Georgia or you go to Texas, like, I'm not sure you can get on the field right away.
Good point. Good point.
Right. So I think that there's some things that they're selling really, really well in Gainesville right now.
Contemplating the Jags coming off the bye week. Danny, I want to ask you this from a developmental standpoint. Is a quarterback in year 4 still a developing quarterback, a developmental quarterback? And I say this, forget pain tolerance and potential surgery. If Trevor can play, is there value from a experience and developmental and timing standpoint? Is there value to him? Should it be important that he play the last 6 games if he can, or no?
There's definitely still developmental value you can get, without question. I think does Trevor play or not, I think is largely on what does that locker room look like? Is it fragile right now? Do they need him to play? And then also, like, the coaching situation. I mean, there's value if you're going in there and you're playing and you're working on things that are going to happen next year in that system. I'm not real sure if there's going to be massive coaching changes everywhere, that there's value, but I'm not sure it's worth the risk at this point. But there's absolutely, if you get into the right system and it is functional, then you can learn a lot in 6 games. And that's something that you want to – and the other thing, too, is, like, if you don't play those 6 games, then you're going to go into next year having not taken a snap in, 10 and a half months, 10 months. So I think there's a lot of value to get back on the field, and I would assume that he is really trying to get back on the field. But I also know with the dysfunction inside of that team right now that
how much
really,
are you accomplishing?
Really worth the risk?
Right.
Yeah,
play 6
I
more,
don't know.
6 more. Let me ask you this: when it comes to regime changes, how much do playbooks change? How difficult is that? 6 games in a system that will not be used perhaps in 8 months from now. Do those play in at all?
Yeah, I think so. I think the play caller is the big deal. Like,
Okay.
if you get 6 more games with a play caller and you're part of that game planning, you understand why they're calling what they're calling, and that bleeds into next year. But if the play caller is going to be completely different next year,
right?
You obviously aren't going to get those. But I mean, anytime you get reps and looks, you want to take those. But definitely a unique situation right now.
Hey, Denny, I wanted to ask you about, and we've talked about this a little bit, the difficulty of playing quarterback at the highest levels. Obviously college, you go up a step in the NFL, but I love the Baker Mayfield story. Like, and it's like on and off the field. I think part of it, I mean, maybe he was a little bit immature coming out of college. I don't know. In college, you're treated as a hero. You can do anything you want. I just think back to him running away from the cops and that kind of stuff. And maybe it took him a while to grow up. He jumped into Cleveland. He did all the commercials. He acted like a star, but didn't play like one. I don't know what's happened. He's on his is this his 3rd or 4th team, Pross? Was he on the
3rd team?
3rd team?
No, 4th. No, he went to the Rams for a heartbeat.
Yeah,
but he went to Carolina. And then,
Yeah, so
I forgot about Carolina.
But like I saw this week, he gave some school in Texas like $19,000 for equipment, and they went and won a state champion. I mean, But the way he plays, it seems like the guys love him now. The community has embraced him. He's become a franchise quarterback, and that doesn't happen often. But I think that provides hope for a lot of guys who in their first stops maybe flamed out for various reasons.
I think it should provide hope around
Daniel Jones,
literally everybody. Yeah, like everybody, because it's exactly what you said. It's just a maturation process. Right. I mean, his players, his teammates have always loved Baker Mayfield. It's, could Baker Mayfield handle Baker Mayfield? And it seems like now he is just, perfectly fine with who he actually is as a person, as a football player. And he's just rolling along doing his thing. And I've long said that I think year 7 is where you start to reach like true peaks as quarterbacks in the NFL. And then you get a nice little run because you've kind of seen everything, but also because you're used to dealing with the pressure You're used to dealing with the, with the publicity, all that kind of stuff, and that takes a minute in NFL cities. You go from Carson and I talk about this all the time. You go from Athens, Georgia to New York.
Right.
Like even Athens, Georgia to anywhere. I mean, Houston or wherever it is, Nashville, whatever it is. That's a big adjustment, man. And you're pulled a lot of different ways. And if you don't have a good balance there, it's going to be tough not to be super emotional with everything that you go through.
Right.
And so I think these guys learn that, and they just find that balance and that even keel, and then they can play some ball.
Yep. All right, my man. Well, good stuff. Where we go? You home this weekend? Or are you running? Where are you at?
No, I'm literally running late to the airport now to head to Cincy for tonight, and then I'll be in Tallahassee tomorrow and possibly Indy on Sunday.
Are you going to watch Herbie's kid?
Yeah, we got a big playoff game
Yeah.
up there, so looking forward to it in the snow, fellas.
Oh,
up to the snow.
I like to see you standing on the sideline, like see you sending us a picture of you standing on the sideline in the snow, cold. That's what I like.
Yeah, my hands will be dead in my pocket. No pictures will be taken.
All right, brother. See you, Denny. Be
All
safe.
right, guys.
All right, there you go.
All right, see y'all.
Quarterback whisperer,
There's
Denny
your
Thompson.
Friday whispering. We will scream next. It's the Friday 5-pack.
5-pack.
On a
5-pack.
GFL Friday.
5-pack time.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You saw what happened. Jeff Lageman tells you why it happened.
And here's how you know you're right.
Jeff Lageman checks the tape for you. Tuesday on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Pre-Game Friday, built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Huddle up this season at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. Enjoy their famous wings, new cocktails, and happy hour deals at the perfect spot to catch all the football action. Escape the ordinary. HurricaneWings.com.
All right, here we go.
Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
All right, guys.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Let's go, Googans. Let's go, Googans.
Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
What is that?
Mueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida. It's Gwendolyn Beers.
Thank you, Monty.
I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why.
That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
Can you tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help toward solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Holidays are here, and if you're in need of extra cash, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn can help. Gold is at record highs. It's a great time to sell. Bring in your gold for an estimate today. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here. Beaver's annual Black Friday silent sale. Every car on the lot will be discounted so low, we can't even show the prices on TV. Doors open at 6 a.m. Friday. First come, first served. And once they're gone, it's over. Plus, anyone who buys between 6 and 9 a.m. will get a big screen TV and $1,000 cash. Want more? We're giving away free oil changes between 6 and 9 a.m. The Black Friday silent sale only at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. You don't want to miss this.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Friday 5-Pack. Brought to you by MyBookie on 1010XL.
Take the baseline for a walk. Keep the cymbal splashy. It's time for another edition of the Friday 5-Pack, a tradition as old as time. -10 for yours truly. Fade the hick from here on out. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
1-4 last week, -10. I had a 2-3 subpar week, but above 500 barely. +1 on the season. Man, there are some games here in the NFL I can't figure out. I'm not putting any of these in the 5-Pack, but looking at the spreads really makes me wonder about a couple teams in particular. One of those is the Niners.
I got the Niners down, and I'm going to pick the Niners, but then I don't know about Brock Purdy. He may not play. He's hurt. So they're kind of off my board.
Yeah, that'd be
would you like to start? It doesn't matter to me.
I can. I guess I'll go. I'm not in love with a lot of these games, but I really, really, really think Kansas is going to beat Colorado straight up. Kansas is only 4-6. You know what their last 2 games were?
I know they beat BYU.
You know, BYU, how many losses did they have before that game? None. I gave BYU their first loss. And you know who they beat the week before? Iowa State. Remember when Iowa State was undefeated in the top 12? Remember that?
Yeah.
Their last 2 weeks, they've beaten ranked Iowa State, ranked BYU. They've got Colorado at home. They're getting a field goal. I'll take Kansas +3.
I'm going to take the Sun Devils of Arizona State -3 against BYU. I think BYU's now reeling. Arizona State's hot. They're at home. I'm going to take Arizona State -3 against BYU.
Typically, things that you don't understand will bite you, right in the bumpus.
I'll get you in the bumpus.
I don't understand why Tampa Bay is only a 6-point favorite at the Giants, who are going to Danny DeVito.
That's a bumpus.
I'll take the Bucks -6. I'll lay 6 on the road. The Bucks are going to win that game, 27-16, aren't they? I don't know. We'll see. Bucks.
Stop
-6.
here. The ones that I really like, I'm gutless. I'm gutless, Jeff. So I'm going to throw one in there because I'm only going to do one NFL pick this week.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Chiefs.
That's funny. That's who I would have taken.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs are going to beat Carolina. I got -10. What do you have?
-10.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I have 11. Sorry.
You do?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
But we'll go to, I'll double check.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm on covers.com, and that gives kind of like a
compilation.
Yeah. Consensus. But you literally just snagged a pick I was about to make. So I guess I'll go back to the college game. I'm not sure FSU can score 34 points. Is
there a line?
It's a damning indictment of Florida State that they are only 34-point favorites against Charleston Southern. Charleston Southern's a 2-8 team that hasn't played anybody higher than like FCS level. I do not trust that FSU can beat a team by 34 points. I'm taking Charleston Southern.
They're 1-10
at Doak Campbell Stadium at 1-10 to cover 34. That line's fishy. Why is it only 34?
Okay. All right, I'm going to take. I like some of these college games. I'm going to take a big spread. I'm going to take the Gophers of Minnesota.
Okay.
They're plus 11.5 against Penn State. I'm going to throw that one in there. I've got 2 left here. That's one of them.
All right, I'm going to I'll play a favorite. I don't know. I don't think it's anything fishy at all. I just think it's a bad line. I don't know why Auburn's favored at home against the Texas A&M team that is not going to forfeit its spot at glory against Texas. But that's not Jimbo coming to town, Dan. It's Mike Elko and a new Texas A&M team. And I know they're not perfect by any stretch, but I think they're good enough to beat Auburn.
All right.
Give me Texas A&M -2.5.
Yeah. It's funny. I have them on my board, but I have Auburn plus 2.5.
Well, take it. You need to make up ground.
I do.
Plus, you're like 0-5 in the head-to-head. So,
I am.
Yeah. I just felt like I needed to play a favorite, man. I find myself playing nothing but dogs, and I'm not winning lately.
I'm going to go BC against Mac Brown. They're plus 2.5. I'll take the Eagles against the Heels.
Got you for +3.
Even better.
Congratulations. But I guess propriety says to take an NFL game.
Yeah.
I don't love many of them.
2, 3, 4.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. This is not one that anyone take. This is fading the public big time. I'm going to take the Raiders at home, getting 6 against the Broncos. I appreciate Denver, their improvement. I think they'll win the game. Are they ready to go face their arch rival on the road and just blow them out? Is that where we are? Maybe they are. They blew out Atlanta last week. A little comeback here. Gardner Minshew has one of his, shoe games. Give me the Raiders +6. Don't like my card this week, so probably means it'll be good.
Yeah.
One last pick.
Oh, boy. There's a couple I like Indiana against Ohio State, but I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah, I liked that too. I have them written down here. I even have it written down. Indiana +10.
It's 10? Well, the money's come back then, so they're putting a lot of money, like 14.
Yeah, it's 10.
A lot of money on the Hoosiers, which always scares me.
Yeah, now at 14, it sounds a lot better than 10.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay away from that. Instead, I'm going to take, I'm going to stay in the ACC. I'm going to take Virginia at home against SMU. And I'll take, I think SMU wins, and they're potentially...
So like 4 maybe? What is that?
10.
10? Wow.
Yeah, like UVA +10 against SMU. That's what I got.
I know that sounds right. I think you may get more than that. Hold on.
That's what I'm looking at.
So what time is that game?
I don't know. I just know they're at Virginia.
Yes, Virginia. There is the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
At Virginia. Where are you at, Virginia?
Come out, Virginia. Show me a sign.
Okay, they play early. You like the noon games or no?
I like to watch them if I'm going to be at game tomorrow, so it doesn't matter to me.
You have to leave early. Well, that's UVA is +10. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Hicken -10, Arizona State -3, Chiefs -11.
-3, Arizona State.
What did I say?
10.
Yeah, that's terrible. No, -10 your score.
Oh,
and
yeah,
-10. Arizona State -3, Chiefs -11. The Gophers +11.5. Boston College +3. Virginia +10. I like the Kansas Jayhawks +3. Tampa Bay Bucks -6. Charleston Southern, because FSU can't score 34 points, +34. Texas A&M -2.5 at Auburn. And the Raiders +6. That's your Friday 5-pack. Back with more next on a GFL Friday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, John, are you ready to cruise into the holidays in style?
Absolutely. The King of Price has incredible offers that you won't want to miss.
That's right. Buy a brand new 2024 Escalade and receive a $3,000 rebate.
Or if leasing is more your style, you can choose a 2024 Escalade or a 2025 Lyric and receive a $1,000 rebate.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and make this holiday season unforgettable.
Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy. And do it today.
Prosser here for Lifetime Flooring. You've heard us rave about Lifetime Enclosures. Now let's talk about Lifetime Flooring. I can tell you firsthand, the product, services, best in Jacksonville. As you know, updating your floors is one of the most dramatic changes you can make to your home. Call the experts at Lifetime Flooring now and ask about their buy one room, get one room free promotion through Christmas. 0% financing, available to meet any budget. Visit their beautiful showroom just off Phillips Highway. And as always, tell them Prosser sent you.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
It's Thanksgiving week, and Monahan Jewelers has the best deals in town with up to 40% off the entire store. Thousands of beautiful pieces are all on sale with fantastic prices on our entire inventory, including up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds. We're your local family jeweler, so come visit us today and on Small Business Saturday for up to 40% off on diamond studs, engagement rings, colored gemstones, our designer brands, custom design, everything. The name you can trust in fine jewelry, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
The holidays are around the corner, and the last thing you want is a septic emergency. Call Duck Duck Rooter and schedule your septic tank pump out or full system inspection. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts.
the Hinson Law Firm. You have questions, Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
If the season ended today, the Jacksonville Jaguars would hold the number 1 overall pick. Jacksonville enters its bye week at 2-9 with a tiebreaker edge over the Cleveland Browns, who won last night in Monday Night Football. NFL Network analyst and former Jaguar Bucky Brooks lamented the Jags season following the team's loss to Detroit.
That this team is sitting at 2-9, and I would say based on the feeling down on the sideline, it felt pretty bleak and hopeless.
Sports commentator and analyst Bomani Jones, appearing on 1010XL, shared his view on the sincerity of Jaguar owner and Shad Khan to build a winner.
It does seem like he cares. Like, we've seen teams that have owners that don't care. This doesn't seem to be the case there.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's Doug Marone and Peterson. It doesn't matter, we never win. The picks that Balky make us cry. Drafts that we can't verify. Please, Shad Khan, won't you simply hire Tony B? I guess that's just the Jag fan in me.
Yeah, all the highlights and lowlights on the latest Hicken ditty. We used to call him.
Yes.
Audience seems to be more satisfied than normal.
Usually it's kind of mixed.
Yeah, it's way more positive this time. I don't know if it's the lyrical mastery
I thought
or
it was
if,
lyrical masterpiece.
if perhaps you're a little more on tune. I just don't know.
I don't think I was on tune that much. Usually not on tune. Usually not quite on tune. But, yeah. I saw this shout out to our business, and I was thinking about this for us, Jeff. And if we can do this, we would be in great shape for retirement.
Okay.
We need to be, and E, you can come along for the ride.
Okay.
How old are you?
38.
Okay. Think about this, E. And this would set records, too. So it's something we should shoot for, Jeff. Hubie Brown and Bob Uecker are both 91 years old, and this is Hubie's last year. And this is and Uke is still going, so I don't know what Uke's plans are, but at some point. But they're both 91 years old.
Okay.
And they're both still very good.
This is how, you know how when you're a kid, you think somebody that's 45, you think is 70 years old?
Yeah.
I swear when Bob Uecker was on that Mr. Belvedere show, he was 70.
Yeah, he probably was.
No, he wasn't. Mr. Belvedere was on 40 years ago.
Was it? Well, my point is this. If we can do the drill for another 30 years,
yeah, I don't know.
You'll be 68.
Damn, that's all. You know what's scary? He could do it.
Oh, he can do it. I'll be 91, and Jeff will be 88.
Wow. Can you imagine?
What do you think?
That'd be great.
Huh? Another 30 years? They'll be... Yeah.
You know what we'll
come
do?
in walkers.
We'll do the Dan and Jeff dinner show every day at 3:30.
Yes. Get that, everybody. It'll be about 15 minutes long.
We'll be over at the Piccadilly.
Looks like Jeff fell asleep. That'll do it for today's show.
When we come back, we go in the Wayback Machine and revisit the 2030 Gators.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? Woo. That'd be something, though. But, yeah, shout out to those two guys. Hubie Brown said this is going to be his last year. I did notice a legend, and this won't affect many people unless you have any kind of New York connections, but there's a dude in New York at WNBC named Chuck Scarborough. You know that name?
I do.
He's a news anchor. 50 years he did at that station. He's wrapping it up here this is last month. So 50 years he won at WNBC.
I want to take a minute to talk more.
Take a minute.
To talk more than just as a passing note what we're witnessing here in baseball. And this era pairing of Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge is making a case for itself outside of the cheating PED era, perhaps as sturdy a twosome that have ever coexisted in Major League Baseball at the same time. They've won 5 of the last 8 MVPs now. In an era where Major League Baseball, the batting average in Major League Baseball this year was 243. I got one guy who said who had more RBIs than ever, over 50 home runs, plays Gold Glove defense at 6'7". His WAR, his power numbers, his OPS, all historically high. I got another guy, the first 50-50 guy ever. And in an era of Major League Baseball where the batting average across the league is 243. Oh, by the way, Judge hits 310 and he hits 322. These guys are playing checkers, man. It's too easy for them. Do not dismiss this as routine, what we just saw. Aaron Judge of the Yankees, Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers won unanimous MVPs yesterday. That doesn't happen in Major League Baseball. They're the pillars of MLB. And everyone's going to go crazy for Juan Soto, and I love Ronald Acuna, and this guy's great, and that guy's that. These two guys have so far separated themselves from everyone.
How many have they combined to win?
5 of the last 8 that have been given out.
Who's won 3?
I probably Shohei maybe. He won 2 in the AL and 1 in the NL.
Shohei's won 3 MVPs
and then
now?
Judge has 2 in a row in the NL and the AL. Is that
I
where
like
we're
when
at?
they were in the same league, and then they competed against each other, which took probably an MVP away from one
I
of them.
guess, look, they won 5 MVPs in the past 4 years. Everybody else in baseball has 3 combined. They're getting to their peak, Dan. Judge and Ohtani this year each set their career personal highs in plate appearances, WAR, RBI, and total bases. They each got to the World Series for the first time, and America took notice. Best rating since 2007.
Right.
Judge is 6'7". He hit 50 home runs. The only player, he's done it now 3 times. The only player to do it without a connection to PEDs is Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
And we know these are great players, but we're so used to them, we don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know that Babe Ruth's the only other non-cheater to have 3 50 home run seasons. The only one. All the other 50 home run, all self-inflated with chemicals and other stuff. Ohtani, meanwhile, not to be forgotten, first player with 50 homers and 50 steals in the season. No 50 home run guy ever stole more than 24 in a year. There's never been a player, certainly since Ruth, like Ohtani. His right elbow, by the way, repaired. He'll be back on the mound for a 5th season of full-time pitching, and he could very well compete for a Cy Young there. Judge is the best hitter in baseball. Ohtani is the best player. 2 Hall of Famers have been MVP in the same year 27 times, but I don't know what this means. Years where they met in the World Series, it's only happened 7.
Oh, okay.
Where
the MVPs have?
Where the MVPs, unanimous MVPs.
Right.
Met in the World Series.
I mean, it's...
No, 2 Hall of Famers who have been MVP in the same year. That's what it is.
Well, I think Frankie Lindor got screwed, but that's just me. He got no first place votes, not a 1.
Yeah, it's hard to go against Ohtani. But look, they're talking about these guys that have done stuff since together, steroid free since Mantle and Aaron. Like Mantle and Aaron in 1957, Judge and Ohtani met in the World Series in their MVP seasons. They gave us something never seen before in 119 previous World Series, 2 50-homer sluggers going against each other in the Fall Classic. That had never happened before.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, great stuff. And when it's happening in front of you don't appreciate it as much. But when you look back at that year and you look at the years the careers that Ohtani and Judge are having, of course, you know me. I've said here and claimed Ohtani may be the best player of all time, and Judge is right there as well. We argued about Ohtani v. Judge when Judge took the MVP from him. When he hit the 3 home runs.
This is an argument here from this standpoint. They both played just offense this year, and Judge hit 58 home runs and hit 322.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, 310 and 54 for Ohtani, don't get me wrong, is unbelievable. But Judge hit.
But he also but Ohtani also stole 50 bases.
Yeah, but in an era though where Judge where they just swing for the fences and strike out, this guy hit 58 home runs and hit 322.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem possible.
Now when they're hitting 240
That's
as an
right.
average.
Yeah. Not that. All right. This is we're heavy, aren't we? Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's take a quick break. No, we're not. What
Right
are we,
on time,
This is the
man.
Right on
15th?
time.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good.
Well,
All
we'll
right.
take a break right here. We'll come back and get cranked up for the 9 o'clock.
Well,
nasty. I'm fine with that.
got the the road to the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. We got to
Oh,
renew
yeah.
that. That
Boys
should
are
be
coming
coming
in.
up next. Are they here
Yeah.
yet? Where
Well,
are they? Are we gonna kangaroo court fine them week 2?
No, they're supposed to get here at 9, and it's
I thought you said
10 minutes till 9.
I got you.
So I suspect that
That's
we
exciting.
may
Well-
fill for a couple minutes, and then they'll come in and we'll rock and roll with those boys.
Sounds like a plan. You're listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Saturdays in the South are made for football. Yes, but you can get the game day feeling on Friday night on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
The big games, the big matchups.
Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
My Gate Rewards members, now through January 2nd, you'll get an entry for your chance to win free gas for a year each time you buy 5 eligible Monster Club products. Not a rewards member? Download the Gate app today. See store for details.
David Ammon here with Zero Res.
You know, Dad, I just love this time of year. It cools down, the holidays are coming on, and college football is a blast.
One of the things that I'm grateful for is our good customers. I have loved working for the good people of Jacksonville and want to say thank you.
Folks, the schedule is filling up fast. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 per room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning.
Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carline from MyBookie. What a week it's been already. Looks like you guys smashed that Joe Mixon same-game parlay on Monday Night Betting with MyBookie. Still the best sign-up deposit bonus in the industry available to Florida bettors. So what are you waiting for? Use promo code 1010XL. They will double deposit bonus up to $1,000 when you sign up with them. There's some fantastic action. We've got the Chiefs, a big favorite, going to Carolina. Give the points. The Panthers, they're not going to keep up with the Chiefs. Take the Chiefs, give the points. I also like Eagles and Rams. I think that goes over. 2 really good offenses there. Again, MyBookie still has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. So don't forget to sign up now. Use promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL, that double deposit bonus with MyBookie.
Hey, it couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean that's how they're going to treat you. When you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, you'll find out what I'm talking about. There's no pressure there, just friendly help. And, I got my boy Blue, that big blue Silverado that I love. But if you want a truck like me or a car, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no worries. MooreChevy.com. So easy to navigate. That's more with an E because it's easy to navigate. As any site you try, all the vehicles, sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet gang together. Let's drive.
Visionaries, builders, and doers. Are you ready to change the world? Miller Electric is your opportunity to shape the future. Miller Electric is leading the charge in electric vehicle technology with our state-of-the-art EV Innovation Design Center. We're working to create a sustainable future. We're also the proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, powering their performance at the brand new Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric, we provide competitive pay, unbeatable benefits. Apply today. MillerCareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
The 1010XL restaurant of the day.
Moss Fire Grill in Riverside. Happy hour 3 to 7 with drafts, margaritas, and handcrafted bites starting at only $5. Moss Fire Grill.
See you on the rooftop.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
What's larger, the Earth's moon or the planet Pluto?
Does your homeowner's insurance company contact you before, during, or after a big storm? If not, then it's time for you to contact Southern Oak Insurance. Find us online at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The moon is larger than Pluto, as its radius is over 1,000 miles. Pluto, just 715 miles.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Gate. Florida head coach Billy Napier remarked on any chance the early start Saturday would affect the team's play.
Yeah, I think it's mental. It's a mindset. Look, they got to wake up at the same time we got to wake up, get on the bus about the same time, and put the ball down at 12 noon.
Hear the game live Saturday on 1010XL, starting with the pregame at 10 a.m. The University of North Florida men's soccer Ospreys battled for a rally that finished one goal short, denied by West Virginia on Thursday night in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The defeat ends the second NCAA appearance for the Ospreys. UNF men's basketball got the victory at home over Edward Waters University on Thursday. UNF women's basketball team is on the road to face Winthrop tomorrow afternoon at 2. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:56, it's 47 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Did you guys hear my song today? You weren't listening, King? Huh?
Replay
He play that little clip for Greg McGarity and Andy King.
I love
here.
the song.
He loves the song. Just play that one clip you saved. Yeah, he's got it. This is my. We did this
so
song.
hard on Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, that's okay.
Huh?
Doug Marone and Peterson. It doesn't matter, we never win.
You'll like this, King.
The picks that Balky make us cry. Drafts that we can't verify. Please, shot time, won't you simply hire Tony B?
Hire Tony.
I guess that's just the Jag fan and me.
Where's the band?
You know what's going to happen?
Where's the backup band?
Tony's going to call Hicken all ticked off now.
Oh, yeah.
About it. You know what you did today when you put me in that song?
Yeah.
Do you understand what everybody's talking about in this town? They're smarter than that, Dad.
It's a lyric.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, I don't know if I'm going to be on Monday.
Good morning, men.
This is what you step into. This is how we work. This is our office.
It's fantastic.
Please, shot time. Won't you simply hire Tony?
Again, you're running it again, ET.
That's like when I don't know if you know this, but Jeff and I were responsible for getting Tony into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
It all starts
Remember that.
with Dan Hicken and Jeff Frost.
I went up there with the boys.
Yeah. So that was big.
That was fun.
Big.
Yeah, that
All
was
right,
a good week.
we got candidates shifting, moving, things happening, and all of a sudden, a little win in Gainesville. And, I mean, listen, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Gator fan. Florida has, like, what you want in a bowl team in a lot of ways, don't they, Greg?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you talk about, first off, the fan base would be energized. Your young guys are all playing. Do you guys take that part into account? Like for example, I was
That's
thinking,
a changing thing in college football now.
I was thinking like Colorado. If they don't make the playoff, am I going to see Shedeur, Sanders, and
Shedeur's playing the Hula Bowl, so he might play in the bowl game if he's playing in that, or Shrine or whatever it was.
Do you guys talk about that or no?
No, I think what we really look at in our game, teams are really focused on next year. For instance, like Tennessee last year, they started Nico in their bowl game.
Right.
At LSU.
Which is not a bad thing all the time.
That's correct. Yeah. So everybody's prepping, so I don't really focus on who's not
That's
playing.
a good point.
Yeah.
So, I
think that shows up when it's a big, like the Georgia FSU last year. It kind of shows up. Or for like Florida when they didn't play anybody in the Cotton Bowl. But there's probably a benefit also to being, sometimes the bowl that you are is going to be utilized more for future growth than some would be.
Well, Nussmeier started at LSU when Daniels didn't sit
and
out.
had a
so
great
it gives
game.
them a chance to have 4 quarters of film.
Is it fair or is it proper to name like a favorite, like a wish, like who you would want from either conference? Or are we too early to do that? You do not want to position yourself?
Well, you don't want to offend other teams.
That's fair. So that's why.
Say, but we'd proudly say that Florida would be a great pick.
Okay. Well, so my question then would be: are you better? This is gonna sound weird. Are you better off Florida loses this week and beats FSU and gets to 6-6 than if they beat?
We asked that question.
So they wouldn't go ahead, like I'm saying 7-5. They wouldn't. There's still too much in the SEC to get a.
Yeah, because the SEC they're not prescriptive like the ACC is. So they're going about matchup, proximity.
And it makes sense for y'all and them, and no matter 7-5 or 6-6.
Correct,
so yeah,
correct.
Because Hick, you talked about they'd be attractive in Tampa or
Well,
other,
I think
other places.
and again it's all about momentum and such, and it'll be interesting now if Florida beats Ole Miss.
Yeah, we just
throws Ole Miss into the mix.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
right.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Ole
Miss would be a great team. I mean, they got their quarterback that is excellent, and the whole Kiffin thing, and that coming here. I mean, we got a really good group. When we saw the teams put up the other day in our team selection initial meeting, man, we're pretty.
It's hard. I think I would be a little nervous. I'd be a little nervous if I'm taking a team that's played all year wanting to be in the playoffs.
Right.
As a bowl team, right? There's a psychological excitement with the fan base and otherwise
Or if you get like a traditional team that's just always been good,
right?
Like, I don't want to.
Then it better be a traveler.
Names, but you got an Alabama.
You need a traveler.
It's in that all.
Does it matter
if you know Lane? You know this, but do you guys know Lane Kiffin started his coaching career with the Jags? He was a go get the coffee guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for Coughlin,
was his dad here?
Not when Lane started. No, he was still Tampa 2 doing his Bucks thing. But Lane started his coaching career right here met his now ex-wife,
right?
Who's John Reed's daughter, Layla.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, so I'm just giving you a storyline. I'm trying to give you a storyline.
People magazine type.
Lane, I understand you met your ex-wife here.
You want a story? Just go through his Twitter feed 2 days before he comes to town.
A rabbit hole there, I think.
He gives you material.
Yeah, he does.
You've acknowledged Florida as such a, such a great natural pick. With that being the case, does it matter who the ACC team is?
Well,
does it matter less? I mean, I'm not trying to downplay it at all.
It couldn't be Miami, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
But you've got SMU. Really, you're going to.
You just want that's where you're rewarding a really good team. You're not necessarily looking for some sort of pseudo rivalry or
I mean, Florida would be an anchor team
against anyone.
Of who
there you go.
Had against whether it's SMU, Duke, Pitt, Syracuse, one of those teams.
Gotcha.
Florida would be the anchor.
Greg, you guys and Andy, you guys have to look too at future matchups, right? Or do the schools tell you, that'd be great, but we're playing them next year? Does that come into play?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want repeat games that are going to happen next year.
Yeah.
So it eliminates a few games.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Things of that nature don't affect us this year. So I don't think you'll have any crossovers this year.
Go ahead.
We also have to look at teams that we just had. You know,
Right.
I mean, like a Clemson. I mean, everybody. You'd love to have Clemson.
Yeah.
But we had them last year.
So they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Is that a
lot of
rule
stuff.
or is that a?
That's a rule.
That's a rule. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a rule.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't
yeah,
want 2
it's
years
good
in a row.
for. I mean, yeah, it's good for the city. It's good for the bowl. It's good for the teams. Good for the fans. That
Now,
makes
Greg,
sense.
we had some kind of. It used to be 2 years, but now what we had, South Carolina and Notre Dame were here. It was a great game.
2 years ago, right?
And it was packed.
Right.
Two great teams to have.
Yeah, great
But
game.
We had a little loophole, I think, that allows us to consider those two.
904.
Absolutely. So both would be in play if Notre Dame loses one of their last.
Are we going to get to a point when the playoff goes to 16 and the conferences settle? Who knows where between 16 and 20? Are we going to get to a point where bowl games might feature conference matchups?
Well, first of all,
of teams that don't play each other.
We had a conversation with Jim Phillips from the ACC this past.
Okay.
We spoke to our committee and we asked that question about 16 teams. He says we're going to wait and see how 12 teams work out
for the playoff.
For the playoff, so it may stay at 12.
Yeah. Well, okay.
14, 16.
Even at 12 would make it maybe even more likely that they. I mean, if you get into one of these runs, say Florida hadn't played Oklahoma in 6 years, or. Does that become a possible? Or in other conferences, I just use SEC because that's the easiest. Are bowls going to be at some point in the future put in positions where they might invite? It wouldn't be unheard of, right? Hadn't the Gator Bowls had two SEC teams played a bunch, more than once?
I think if leagues expand, if conferences expand, certainly that could be in play.
Yeah, I wondered that.
But I think our bowl is going to be in great shape.
Either way.
80 years old, sixth longest running bowl in bowl history.
Do you know the 5 oldest games
Rose Bowl, because it's the granddaddy of them all.
Obviously,
Yeah.
that's 1902, right?
I would think the Orange Bowl.
Orange is one of them.
How many more?
3 more?
So we're 6. 6.
You're
oldest.
6.
So name.
It feels like the Cotton Bowl's been around forever.
That's 3. This is in 1930s. Yeah.
Is there one that's not a major? Like, is there like a?
There's one that's the Stumper.
Is it like the Sun Bowl?
Oh man! How did you? No, wait a second. We got to Google.
That's
here.
how we
Where
go,
we're looking at
man.
here.
Hey, who you talking? I mean, go ask 100 people on the street right there, huh?
Nobody will get that one.
How many
Just
are left?
remember that Friday 2:30
for
game and
forever.
them talking about it every year because I always watch the Sun Bowl.
Sugar Cotton.
Yeah.
The majors.
Yeah.
That you think of, but
I would have thought it. Yeah. How old is the Gator Bowl?
80 years.
80 years. Wow. That's I guess that's going back a long way, man.
I'm looking
the 40s.
I like to look at the ones that I when I first came to Jacksonville and Clemson, Stanford, 80,000 people.
I remember watching
LSU, South Carolina, 82,000.
I remember watching a Gator Bowl game when I was in high school, like a junior or senior. It was like South Carolina, Oklahoma State or something.
Sure you
Is
did.
that
1984.
Yeah, there I am. Yeah, high school.
Yeah, right.
I remember watching that game. I remember watching live the Woody Hayes game. Is that my relatives in
was a
just
late
outside
game, too.
Atlanta? Wasn't it? That may have been Thanksgiving
It
weekend.
started at 9 o'clock. I know.
Oh no,
that.
it was actually it was over Christmas. We were there for holidays, but I remember literally being. What year did that happen?
Woody?
Yeah.
God, that was
78 maybe.
Yeah. Stand by.
So I'm like 10, 11, or 12. I'm up until the end watching. I remember saying, "Holy
There's
cow!"
been some great games.
1978.
Yeah, it was 11.
Clemson 17. Name of the kid he hit, please.
Charlie Bauman.
Very good. 17-15. Clemson won that game. Number 7 Clemson over number 20.
That was
Ohio
it, right?
State.
That was it for Woody. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
No, the Gator Bowl. The great thing about one of the things about the Gator Bowl, we have a great history of having the last game of coaches.
Yeah.
Right? Woody, Dooley, Bobby. I mean, yeah.
Bear Bryant's last game at A&M.
Okay. There you go. That's even better. I didn't know that one.
Rich Rodriguez's last game at Michigan.
Look at you.
So we got
Impressive.
Potentially Mac Brown at UNC. They're a potential team.
Okay.
Now they have to get probably a couple more.
They don't play James Madison
Good
again.
news
right?
for you. I just picked BC over North Carolina this week, and I'm -10, so that should should serve you well.
And they don't play James Madison anymore this year, so that'll
Yeah, James
keep them perked
Madison,
up.
James Madison powerhouse.
That James Madison, that
took
North
everybody
Carolina
over to
James
Indiana
Madison game
and took over
remains the
everybody
weirdest one of the year.
Took everybody over to Indiana, and now they're 10-0. That's 11. That's got 11 James Madison.
I don't know what to think of Indiana at all.
I know.
How much do you guys
I think it's gonna be a close game.
go and scout games now? Do you guys still do that? Do a lot of your committee members go to different
By
games?
the way,
and
this
such?
is your wheelhouse, dude. Why am I not getting a text every weekend from some college campus?
He's Wofford bound.
You've
That's
given
why.
away the best fringe
Wofford's been
benefit.
draining me.
The best fringe benefit of the best fringe benefit of the chairmanship is to go bebopping around the Southeast, hitting these big time, put your little coat on. I see y'all in the press box walking around with your blazers.
We need an explanation there, Kinger.
Yeah, I know. I used to do it. I'm getting old.
There's some talk about the bowl. There's some disappointment in your tenure and the fact that you didn't take a more active role.
You and I went on one. Michigan State, Wisconsin. You watched the Georgia.
I went watch
game
Georgia.
at the
Nom's Noodles.
Nom's Noodles. Yeah, I
couldn't find the game.
Yeah.
It happened. We decided it was really the trip revolved around the Jags played at Lambeau. It happened to be a Wisconsin, Michigan State, but it was also Florida, Georgia weekend. So after making the big plans, I'm like, oh my God. So I go inside their Big Ten arena for 10 minutes to find out what it's all about. I said, guys, I got to go. I got to go. And of course, the big sports bars on campus, they're like Florida, they're all watching. And I found some little hideaway on some back alley street. I'm watching it on like a 12-inch color television.
Jeff and I got some great road trips. Road trips.
We've had some stories.
I can share a few good ones.
There have been a few.
When do you guys start? We're getting down to crunch time. When do you guys, Greg, start zeroing in on? Okay, this is who we want.
Well, that'll happen the week before.
I think he told me like 10 minutes ago.
After week 14.
Florida.
Yeah.
And really, you may not know until the championship games have been decided, because if the loser of the SEC championship game or the ACC championship game is not in the top 12, they
is it hard for bowls to, like if, say, Orlando wanted Florida and Florida's 6-6, but there's a 9-3, you can't really. Does the SEC step in on that one? How does that work?
Well, since Orlando has a pick,
yes,
they could pick whoever they want. I don't know if they could have a 6-win team jump a 9 team.
Right.
That's where the conference would probably say we prefer that you take team X.
Yes.
So it might happen in our group of 6 bowls.
Right.
To where it's mix and match.
Right.
But I think Orlando has sort of a prestige, and they've always kind of taken the highest ranked SEC team that's not in the college football playoff.
Right.
Probably stick with that.
It's definitely interesting how it all unfolds. So it's fascinating, and it's still wheeling and dealing. It's just not like and you have been a part of it forever. The backdoor deal.
That's what's great about having Greg, as our leader, because he's got all those contacts.
Yes.
And he knows where to go and who to talk to and who not to talk to.
Yes.
And that's a big advantage for us.
Absolutely. And get some good ansers. So that will be
definitely
good.
get allies out on that. We've learned that through the years with Ricky.
He's got a bunch of
certain dudes in the industry, right? Either other bowl directors or you get your allies. It's fun. It's a fun little.
Yeah.
You get to have the fun of politics without all the daggum.
Without the noise.
Yeah. Hardships.
Now, are you at a game this weekend, or are you here?
No, I'm here every week.
Good.
Just consuming football.
Okay, you just consume.
Andy turns in a fake expense report. Andy tells him he was in Baton Rouge this
Andy
weekend
may be
for the
scouting South Carolina.
Exactly.
Which will be a great team, too.
Andy's son, by the way, plays for Wofford. That's it. We got a lot of inside jokes working here. So he's been running off to Wofford every weekend.
So it's Wofford, South Carolina this weekend.
South Carolina is...
No, they're good.
They're good.
They're good. They got that young defensive end. I forget his name. Man, he's
boy. If you're a South Carolina fan, that becomes a front. This is they did that year. They came to the Gator Bowl. Did the exact same thing they're doing now. Beat a top 10. If you're a South Carolina fan, like, come on, man, right? Yeah. It's fun when it happens. We're like, man, let's get started with a year like that. That Beamer's he doesn't have the Billy Napier personality. He's completely the opposite, but he just reminds me. They're in a kind of same just cycle.
Just looking to get over the top.
Got to get going, right? Get down over the hill.
Very good program.
Well, they'll tell you they got screwed by officials in certain games.
South Carolina?
LSU game comes to mind. They lost that 36-33.
They also gave the game away to a degree.
And they also had Alabama, man. They had a 2-point conversion to tie Alabama, and they played them tough. I mean,
and now they're winning.
The only game that they really got thumped was Ole Miss. Ole Miss
is a weird. Ole Miss, and by the way, and we talk about Ole Miss, and you know what Ole Miss's losses were, right? Kentucky by 3 and an overtime loss at LSU by 3.
Yeah.
They're that close to being number 1 in the country.
Oh, very good. Oof. It's a fine line.
And just a reminder as we do this each and every week, so I'm sure tickets are on sale for the Gator Bowl already. We go to the website, the best way to do it, Ticketmaster. Okay, because listen, keep in mind, Gator fan, I have a real good chance that Florida can end up here. We're not making any guarantees.
Do you think that in lieu of compensation that you guys could secure me and Jeff a suite.
We want a whole suite.
Gators, a whole
I was going to tell you, Dan wants a box.
I want
a whole box. So he doesn't want. He doesn't want to be invited.
He doesn't want anybody else in it.
We don't want to be invited to y'all's. Dan apparently is demanding an entire box.
That's a chairman's call.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna put some heavy lean in then. Maybe we will.
You guys are on the list. Just outside the list.
What's up, old
What about corporate partner?
People fall out.
Just put us under corporate partner. 1010XL, right? You don't have to.
You be in there.
Yeah.
Non-stop Tax Slayer Bowl coverage. I won't go off the air until it's a sellout.
That's correct. We'll go on the air at 6 a.m. on January 2nd. We'll just go to the kickoff.
Have you bought your tickets yet? Call in now.
We should tell people, though, that the game is positioned a little differently and uniquely this year. It's January 2nd.
At night.
When are the playoff games? What date?
The playoffs.
Are they the first?
Some are the first.
They're
Semis
all
are on the first.
correct.
They're all on the first, and so
Semis are on the first, and then we're the only game on the second.
And it's a night, and it's a night game,
which is great.
7:30.
I love that.
and that's a Thursday night.
I love that.
The second. All right. Well, good. We're excited. We'll get down the stretch till things become official. Each and every Friday, the road to the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Yes. Good seeing you, fellas.
All right, boys. Appreciate
you guys.
It's a GFL Friday. What do you know? Back with more next.
GFL. Don't get better than that.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jags coach Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show.
That's the exciting part about it.
Coach speaks. Fridays at 4:05.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery, founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley. Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. Shane, his dad, his guys all from here taking care of people who live here, people like me. Hickens have used Lockhart Construction numerous times for many different projects. Shoot, they did my son Drew's siding on his house. Looks unbelievable. I like to say their family gives your family a better living experience. So if you have a construction need or remodel idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back real easy. 994-3865. That's Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprowski at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaprowskis are a husband and wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprowski are the answer. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Robert Trenier, senior cross country and member of the boys track team at Fletcher High. Robert is a member of the National Honor Society and has applied to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwood's the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwood's. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwood's, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops upon Avedra.
For birthdays, anniversaries, or any situation that requires something really special, visit the Kuhn Flowers showroom on Beach Boulevard and select something that you can't find anywhere else. 1010XL's Andrew Gibson here, and that's the direction I head, Kuhn Flowers.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I got sunshine today. Ain't no clouds.
When it's cold.
Oh, it's cold outside.
It's chilly.
I got the month of May.
Was it chilly this morning or cold this morning? I want to be careful the first time I say it's cold. My girl.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the program.
Your girl can make you feel that way, that's for sure. When you got a good girl.
I think I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, boy.
I think I'm partly hyped up for this weekend because the Jags aren't playing.
I don't know if I would go that far. I'm not going to miss them not playing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Ian and I talked earlier. I mean, they're my favorite watch. It's a disgusting, often lonely loss.
I need a week. I need a week to...
Disgusting watch sometimes.
I need a week to
what
recalculate.
Time today are we scheduled to hockey talk this Calgary Rangers matchup last night?
It's the third time you've brought it up today.
It's the second. One was off air.
One was off air.
And neither one got any response. I guess they just got to keep going.
That's not true. I said I watched that game. Did you? And you said no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Remember that? And I said it's on ESPN Plus.
And I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
Long conversation about the Flames and the Rangers.
That's fair.
We have one more out in Canada tomorrow night.
Here's what I don't understand.
To Edmonton.
Mm-hmm. Hockey don't play now.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not just play 3 nights in a row?
No.
Oh, yeah, you did.
No, they don't play 3 nights.
I thought you played 3 nights in a row. Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go! 11-6-3. I think that's the Liberty Flames cheer, by the way. Now, here comes the Calgary Flames fight song. Now, we're not messing around now. You ready?
Red Mile, let me hear you chanting. Same street with a new anthem. Never give in, never give up. Bless the heart of a true champion. My jersey on and my
true champion, those Flames. Never won one.
Is this the point in the show where I asked Jeff to name 5 Flames?
I can't do it. This morning I could have given you 2 because I read the game story. First Calgary game story I've read this year. I said this morning if you'd asked me.
But not now?
Oh, I've forgotten already.
You've forgotten him?
It's like a short.
What about the Czech
ends
guy?
in Y kind of name like Drury or Kuzi or Queasy or something. Who scored the game winner?
My favorite guy is the guy from our boy.
I knew some of the Flames. They traded all the good ones. They had Gaudreau.
My boy Will Cully hit Connor Zary last night with a shot. Connor Zary got up, and they're playing the game, and these two are going like not fighting, but like nose to nose, like yelling at each other. It was weird.
Oh,
you very rarely see that, but yeah. Connor Zary's from Saskatoon. I'm from Saskatoon. And we're not talking any more Flames. That's enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm just excited. Just excited about.
Okay.
I'm more excited to learn that that hockey's streaming is on for free. That's how bad it is. They don't even bother trying to sell a package.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
You used to have to buy the ice package. Remember? You used to have to buy it.
I saw a funny bit on social media yesterday. As you know, yesterday was day 10 of Bryson DeChambeau's chase for the hole-in-one. 10 shots over his house to his green in the back. No luck.
Yeah, I'm
all close.
Yeah.
Like 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. I mean, just 7 out of 10 shots he hits are like, oh, that's got a chance. That's got a chance. He's very funny.
Does he have like a camera on the other side? He watches it come down?
Yes. So of course, naturally on social media, I got fat guy in front of his house, which isn't quite as nice as Bryson's.
I can see how
all
this
right,
is.
day one of doing what
Rifles
Bryson
right through the window.
Right through the window into the baby's nursery.
Oh, good
Mom
Lord.
comes out, absolutely. Oh, he goes, oh, God, here she comes. Oh, no. Oh, no. What the bleep? What the bleep?
Yeah, that's fair.
They start. This is a skit. This is a skit.
Yeah.
But if you had it, he's like, can't I just live my dream? What about my dreams? You knocked me up when I was 21. It's 9 o'clock nasty.
The skits are funny.
Oh, it was funny. And they're going back and forth.
At what point is Major League Baseball allowed to say, you know what, never mind, get your stuff and get out? Tampa does not deserve a Major League Baseball team. This rogue council now, they just don't want to fix it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just let them. It's unacceptable they're even playing on this AAA field for a year. It is literally unacceptable.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, this thing blew through.
There's worse Jeff, it's worse than that.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
When did the hurricane go through there? In August? September? When was it? It's been a couple months now, a month.
Mm-hmm.
If that was an NFL stadium, Dan, and the NFL opener was 6 months away, would there or would there not be a roof and functioning stadium ready to go?
Say again?
If that was an NFL stadium and they had a game in 6 months, would it or would it not be ready? Major League Baseball, you look like a bunch of Bush League amateurs.
We're not paying for that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're a Major League Baseball franchise. They're already going to play a season in a AAA 10,000-seat ballpark. And now the city council said, you know what? Never mind. They first approved the money to fix the roof for the 2026 season.
Right.
And then said, yeah, no, never mind. On the same day, he said, no, we're not going to do it. We're instead going to look at the bond we need for your $1 billion stadium. Here's an idea. Start building the $1 billion stadium then. They're going to end up playing 2 years in a minor league ballpark, and I just don't understand how Major League Baseball can be so, I guess they don't care. You know, well, Tampa Bay's a throwaway free. You need franchises to fill out your league, to give you money, to give you schedule. And there's certain franchises, obviously, Major League Baseball could care less. They don't care about the implication or otherwise. And Tampa, obviously, is one of those teams that they just don't care.
The stadium deal, they're not staying in Tampa. The stadium deal is dead.
I thought they redid the $1.2 billion stadium deal. I know the fix the roof is dead.
They did redo it, and it fell apart again.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought the reason that they're waiting on this $23 million to fix it temporarily is because they've committed to the other. Or maybe it's just to continue discussions. All of this makes me stand by our initial statement. Major League Baseball announced today the Tampa Bay Rays will be relocating. Finalist cities include Sacramento, Orlando, New Orleans, Charlotte, and Indianapolis.
Rays president says stadium deal is dead while St. Pete City Council reverses.
That's the reversal thing.
That just happened.
Yeah. The reversal is on the roof. They reversed it. They gave them $23 million to fix the roof, and then changed their mind.
St. Peter's Council rejects immediate repair in Ray's ballpark roof after first giving. Right. The whole thing is a disaster.
I'm just saying, enough of your Keystone Cop clown circus down there, Tampa. Yeah. You lose your team again. Tampa Bay will be moving. Here are the 5 finalists. They will begin play in Keyser Stadium in 2025, and get them out of there, man.
Yeah.
Send them to Montreal.
Well, I blame the owner. I'm out.
All of them.
Listen, and again.
I mean, this is not. I marvel at the story. I'm not impassioned.
What I'm saying is
too much energy toward it.
What I'm saying is, I blame the owner for not just saying, "Okay, enough's enough. We're leaving." Like, I blame the city of Oakland for what happened with the A's more, and then the owner's an idiot. But the bottom line is this, man: you got to pay to do business, or you lose your team. Oakland has lost all professional sports. And that's why I applaud, even though, obviously we're 2-9 and we stink, but I'm very grateful that we have the Jaguars. I'm very grateful that we got the stadium deal done. I'm very grateful that the city ponied up and that Shad Khan ponied up and that it went fairly smoothly.
You know what? You just hit on a real good point. It's kind of a simple one, and you hate to fall back on it, but we are a small market franchise. So when we sit and judge and rate Shad Khan as an owner, and it's easy to look at the failure, the record, right?
Sure.
He's also a guy who bought a team from our founding owner and pledged and delivered on keeping it here 100%. For us. And that supersedes losing. It does. Because ultimately, on field, it's not his terribleness is not why it's the people he's hiring.
2024 is going to go down, ladies and gentlemen, before we head to break, as an extremely tough year for Jaguar in every way, shape, or form. The animals having a tough year.
The car brand, something's going on. What did they change, like a model or something?
No, what they did, the car brand stock is plummeting. They put out some commercial.
Some woke. They got people all weird. Yeah.
Without even a car in it. It's a huge mistake, and
this is like the DOT free Diddy. I mean, sometimes you just got to think what you're doing. Your Jaguar owner, really, that's not his demo.
Jaguar. Have you met what's the beer?
Yeah, Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Yeah.
This is Bud Light. Sit down here and talk it out amongst yourselves.
I didn't even pay attention.
But anyway,
so basically, the ad I saw, like the people in the ad, it looked like something for the Village people.
Well, it's not just but there's no cars in the ad.
Well, and it's just that, again, none of those people would you ever suspect of buying a Jaguar. That's not their vibe.
But their stock was already plummeting. So anyway, they got to.
That's too bad. I hate to see a big, overpriced car brand fail miserably. Yeah. That's really going to bother me.
They're having a tough time.
We'll be back with advice. It's advice.
Oh, let's do it.
That letter, they can't believe it. I told you I played with our boy Matt Every. Went out and played some golf with him, and he said that letters are by far the best thing that we do, and that we should do it twice a day, every day.
Wow.
I said, Matty, we can't do that, but we'll continue to offer it up every now and then. So
all right.
Advice from the drill, Dear Drill, when we return on a GFL Friday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. And I do say friends, man. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, man. There are different locations to serve to help to take care of your skin. And that's what they do. They've been taking care of me for a long time. I've gone in there numerous times. I go in there for checkups. I've had basal cell carcinomas done through Mohs surgery. I mean, you got to protect your skin. That's one thing I've learned living in the Sunshine State for all these years, man. You got to wear a hat, floppy hat. You got to wear long sleeve dry fits. You got to put on sunscreen. You have to, even on these cool days when the sun is out. If you have something pop up, you need something to get checked out, go get it checked out at Beaches Dermatology. They're the best in the business, man. It's real easy. You can make an appointment online at beachesdermatology.com. That's online at beachesdermatology.com.
Fellas, what's good? It's your boy Eats the T, and I'm going to keep it real with you. We could all benefit from a little something extra in the bedroom, and Blue Chew can help with that. What is Blue Chew, you ask? It's a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. It's all online. Not even your nosy neighbors will know. No doctor's visits, no trips to the pharmacy. And their licensed medical providers work with you to provide the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. And remember, it's chewable. It's just like popping a Mentos. Now you're asking, how do I get Blue Chew? And I'm going to hook you up with that for the free ski. Just pay $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and enter my promo code 1010XL and turn that oh no into a oh yeah. That's promo code 1010XL. Let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew for free. That way, you can get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen & Sullivan.
Google Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Pre-Game Friday.
Built by Dreamfinders Homes.
On 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 22nd, 1986, hockey legend Edmonton Oiler Wayne Gretzky becomes the 13th NHL player to score 500 goals, as well as the fastest to ever do so.
Mia here for MyBookie. What a week it's been already. I know so many of you smashed that Joe Mixon same-game parlay on Monday betting with MyBookie. Still the best sign-up deposit bonus in the industry available to Florida bettors. So what are you waiting for? Let's dig in on Sunday. The Chiefs travel to Charlotte as 11-point favorites against the Panthers. I'd be surprised if those Cats can score against the top 10 Chiefs defense, so we'll look for the Chiefs to win 27-14 and cover that spread. Of course, a massive Sunday night football matchup where the Rams are 3-point underdogs at home against the Eagles. The Birds are on 10 days rest and their defense is sneaky good, so we're looking at taking the under on the 49-point game total. MyBookie still has the best double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. Don't forget to sign up now using promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with MyBookie. And please don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
Imagine beautiful new windows and doors that elevate your space and keep you comfortable year-round. At Renewal by Andersen, we specialize in custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors that are crafted to last. Right now, for a limited time, save 20% off your entire project. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. Imagine a place where the sun is always shining, the drinks are ice cold, and the food is bursting with flavor. Welcome to Hurricane Grill and Wings, where locals and visitors alike gather to weather this storm we call life. And you can escape here anytime you like. Today's forecast, hot, crispy wings with a 100% chance of frothy beers. Later, we're predicting big burgers and seafood tacos moving in. Escape the ordinary. HurricaneWings.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Turkey Time with the Jaguars, the annual Thanksgiving food distribution event, will return in time to provide a turkey and seasonal staples for Northeast Florida families in need. The event brings together Jaguars players, front office staff, Jackson DeVille, members of the Roar of the Jaguars, food bank representatives, and community volunteers to participate. Beginning Monday at 2 o'clock, approximately 600 meals containing turkeys and other Thanksgiving essentials will be provided to families in need through a drive-up or walk-up food distribution event. It takes place Monday at 2 o'clock in Lot J at the stadium. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
I'm cooling down from the pure fire that came out of my voice just a few hours ago. That beautiful song where people have just, knocked down the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures with accolades and thank yous. So that's what I'm cooling down from.
You've been really impressed with it. I'm cooling down on. Remember we told you it's coming. Here they come. Here they come. They'll come and they'll go. You won't even be aware. You've probably missed a few already with these big-time college basketball matchups. They really get going here in the next week or so. So the Maui Invitational will have UConn and Iowa State and Auburn. Those are all top 5 teams. They'll be in that one. So just keep an eye on some of these, interconference matchups. Some really good college basketball.
Really weird yesterday. It was noon or 1 o'clock. I just happened to flip on ESPN and Drake was beating Miami. Beating Miami. And I was like, what is this, highlights? And it was no, they just played some tournament.
Yeah, in the Bahamas, I think they were, Bermuda or somewhere. So I love this time of year. And by the way, we're going to get to the point where really for about the next month, there will be college basketball on at 11 noon. Because you get into all these holiday tournaments and Christmas tournaments. And by the way, UNF a winner last night at home. They beat Edward Waters in kind of a cross-towner.
Yep. We got some letters here brought to you by our friends at my Dr. Rick Townsend at mypvconcierge.com. You can get all your information there, man. Join up with this. He has limited slots available, and he's an unbelievable physician.
All right, we give you the listen, we've been around the block here. We represent all kinds of age groups, demographics, ethnicities, artistic and athletic abilities. We run the gamut. So if you have reached the point of desperation that you are asking for our advice, in return we ask only one thing, E.T., that you take it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Dear Drill, a month ago, my 7-year-old son was struck by a vehicle while riding his bike in a crosswalk. He's okay. His injuries were minor, although it was frightening. Police and paramedics responded quickly. I took my son to the hospital to have him fully checked. Later that day, JSO came by our house with a new bike for our son, purchased by the driver of the vehicle. He gave us a paper with the driver's insurance information and said something to the effect of, her address is on there too if you want to thank her for the new bike. That was really nice of them. I was shocked that he would say that. I guess it was a nice gesture, but she hit my son with a car. The driver admitted to having been distracted. At the scene, she said she thought she hit a dog. I could go on, but suffice to say, the driver was 100% at fault. I put the new bike away in the garage. My son saw it there and wanted to ride it. I held out until our insurance claim was accepted, and we went for a ride today. The new bike is not as good as his old one, but he was excited about it because it's a different color. I'm so grateful that he's doing well and isn't afraid of biking again. My question is, do I have to write a thank you note? Signed Karen.
It's not really Karen. Again, you ask our advice, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
We need a self-checkout aisle on here at that store. You've lost all grip on reality. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. What a miserable person you are. I feel sorry for your kid. Do this. Take the bike. Take the seat off. Sit down and take a long ride.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Me and the driver of that car got to have a long conversation. How did you manage to hit my kid in your moving vehicle? Did my kid run out in the street? I doubt it. Were you driving recklessly? Probably. And you showed up to my crib with a new bike? Man, you better show up to my crib with some bands.
You know what? Here's the problem with this. just by what she wrote. We're trusting the authenticity, the veracity of the statement that somebody hit my kid. The cops brought a bike over. I didn't hear anything about charges, did I? Did I hear anything about hospital bills?
No.
So, yeah, my inclination is with this person, based on the bit of personality that I can draw from the letter, is I don't trust that I'm getting an accurate, totally accurate setup of what happened. So the person made a mistake. It appears by police and legal and all other forms they didn't really owe anything. And so to at least make the effort to get a bike, but to your point, I mean, I don't know what happened, but I find it strange that the police not only didn't press charges, but played delivery man, which makes it sound like
that's a little strange,
right?
That's a little strange.
But if you need a new bike, that doesn't sound like you just got bumped either. So,
the ladies love the drill.
And the drill loves the ladies.
Dear Drill, I did some investigating and recently found out my husband of 28 years has been corresponding with other women.
Corresponding.
This is the second time I've caught him. He swears that nothing ever developed out of it, but I can't help but wonder how far it would have gone had I not discovered it. Should I walk away and start over or stay in this marriage not knowing if I can stand another betrayal? Our sons are in their 30s. We have no grandchildren yet.
This is where it's hard. It's hard to make decisions on people's lives and lives that they've been married all this time with this limited information.
It does.
Are you guys get along otherwise? I mean, are we all, does he understand how out of line this is? I mean, it sounds like your husband is acting like what he's doing isn't way out of line, and it's way out of line. So, I mean, I'm not suggesting you pack your bag and leave today, but we might be to the point of the me or this conversation. That's incredibly disrespectful and rude of your husband. He needs a good punch in the mouth by. You got any brothers? Send a brother over there. Let brother catfish hubby, and let's see what he's really up to in some of this quote corresponding, and then let him jack him one time and call it a marriage.
What side of town was this letter coming from?
This letter came from the south side.
Okay, south side. And she said corresponding.
Corresponding.
All right, I just need a little more.
That's flirting and sexting.
Okay.
And,
see, that's where the problem lies. And it wasn't just one time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. You feel me?
I feel you.
Little mama, is there any issues with the afternoon delight? Like, what's going on? What is the reason for him to be corresponding?
Good questions.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog?
Oh, boy.
Is it a problem?
Rocking all the time.
I remember an old metaphor, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
I mean, it's like the situation.
Quack, quack.
It's like the situation in certain, coaches in certain athletic departments. You're sniffing around 30 correspondences with a goal in mind. It feels unlikely that you're never reaching said goal. So I would say that also about
I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
Dear Drill.
But sometimes, tough love. You got to tell them harsh. I'm getting bogged down with some of the idiocracy that's out there. Have some self-respect, man.
Have some respect. Know your worth, queen.
And respect for your family and your partners and your God.
Grandbaby's gonna come regardless.
Let's go. All right, last one.
Last one. Dear Drill, I'm 60 and retired.
Good for you.
Congratulations. My adult children and grandchildren live in the same city as I do.
Okay.
I want to move somewhere with fewer people, preferably a cabin in another state. But I feel extremely guilty at the thought of leaving my family, but at the same time, I don't want to regret not finding my little patch of peace and quiet.
Okay.
I spent 25 years in law enforcement and really prefer solitude.
Yeah.
Please give me some advice.
Man, this is easy.
Easy peasy.
Thank you for your letter. It's the easiest one we've gotten.
Okay.
You've done a heck of a job. It's admirable that you want to stay around your family, but you said it best in the very beginning. You just want to get away. You put in a good life. You've worked in law enforcement. You've held a job. You've raised a family. Your kids are in their 30s. They're in the same town and apparently by all indications doing great. I don't think they're going to begrudge you. And here's the reality, too. When you do live in the same town as your kids, what does that actually mean? If you have to or need to see them, you can. I mean, you're not counted on for day to day. So without any guilt at all, let that go because you've earned this.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
I believe Nike said it best.
Okay.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Southwest. Want to get away?
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
very nice.
And then you make a home base where you go once a month and you get it all in, or however far it is you're going. So I would suggest our guy here from Jacksonville or the area get you a place up in the mountains in Georgia. You're only 5-6 hours out. You can get home whenever you want. And you get that solitude you're looking for.
Oh, no, man. Nothing but to love him.
Well done. Well done, fellas. Excellent.
I thought we were a little harsh there on, I don't know if it was one or two, Bachelorette one or two, but yeah, Karen. I mean, Karen,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to say. Hard to say, but that's what we do around
Karen had to get it, man.
Mr. 10 has an interesting idea. Or no, it's not Mr. 10. I'm sorry. Someone else.
Okay.
Maybe the lady with the flirty husband needs to hire the driver from the first story that hit the kid and let that driver hit the husband.
Wow.
We should have bring things together here. We could have brought this story together.
Maybe we should get that Guggen on Drill Advice next week.
Let's see here. The kids are in their 30s and they've been married for 28. No. The couple has been married 20. Oh.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they got busy early, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We're not here to judge. We're here to answer.
Yeah. All right. Weekend's upon us.
What are your expectations going into Florida, Ole Miss? I know you're going to go to the game tomorrow with fam, so have fun with that. It's going to be a beautiful day, absolutely perfect day.
Mm-hmm.
What are your expectations? I mean, is the Texas loss lingering? Because everything outside of Texas for about the 6 weeks would say this is going to go down to the final wire.
I'm going to be honest. My hope is when we crank up Tom Petty again, we got a chance. That's my goal the last 2 weeks. Last week we did.
Would you think they'd be within? It's just hard. You know what? This is like, are they going to turn it over, Dan? And is Ole Miss going to be able to do what like Texas A&M did and just score at will?
Yeah.
Like that felt like Texas A&M in the first half put that game away because they would just score when they wanted to.
Ole Miss is good.
27-10, and you're out of the game. And yeah, Ole Miss is good. It's a very strange team.
Although we did beat both teams that beat Ole Miss.
That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
We sure did beat Kentucky and LSU, both teams that beat them.
So we'll see. We'll see. Should be fun. Looking forward to it. And,
see, and Georgia just said, that's why losing to them it's not everything.
Yeah. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Jaguars today is ready to rock and roll. They're coming up next, right?
Up next, it's Jags today. That's correct. No Jaguars this weekend, aren't we all?